Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by our good friends over at Streamline Mortgage Solutions.
Yep, if you're looking to buy a house, get a mortgage, do a refi, or I know we talked to Leo, the COO of Streamline Mortgage Solutions, about reverse mortgages and how they've changed. They're actually called home equity conversion mortgages. And basically, long or the short of it, this could be great for your parents, your grandparents. You have to be over 62 years of age. So maybe even if you're listening to this, you're over 62. It's a way for you to stop paying your mortgage payment and have the house pay you each month based on the equity. And
oh my God, that's like Encanto.
And you know what Leo told us is everybody's doing that now because your home values are so high that you lock it in now while the value's super high, and then that way, it's just a business decision. You lock in where like, oh, your house was valued at this. This is based on the math, what we're going to pay you based on the equity. If they're all government insured now, they changed years ago. Just sit down and talk to them because this is what I know.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through that you're not going to understand. There's also a lot of safeguards that are in place now so people don't make catastrophic mistakes. I mean, these things are in place to help you.
100%. And the great thing about Streamline Mortgage is they've worked with so many different BDMs and Tom and Dan listeners. If you go on their website, streamlineflorida.com, there's a Tom and Dan logo, and Brian Zymel's cell phone number is there.
That's him. Get a hold of him.
When you could call or text him directly, the owner of Streamline Mortgage, and
they'll explain it to you. And again, like what is the new thing now? Before you even do these type of programs, they actually sit down with you and make sure that you fully understand it. That's really important, and it will help you out.
Yeah, and they want you to go and talk to them and see what makes sense for you, because it's different for everybody. But that's what, for sure, I could tell you, they will do what's good for you because they've done so much business with BDMs, and they've
been really good to our listeners, for sure.
We've never had one complaint in the 5 years Streamline's been sponsoring the show. It's incredible. Look at the reviews. They're great. So whether you want a mortgage for your house, you want to refi, you want to check out these new reverse mortgages. You might just want to
look into it. You may not want to do anything. You may just want to understand it more and see what your options are. Well, they're in for that too.
It's free just to give them a call and talk to them, and definitely tell them you're a BDM or you're a Tom and Dan listener. Also, they now service the whole state of California. So if you live in California, it's streamlinecalifornia.com or streamlineflorida.com.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, coming in completely unprepared for the second week in a row with very little to talk about, but tons of energy and positivity coursing through our veins.
Positivity.
For me. I'm happy today. Hey, it's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Dan.
Tom.
Samantha, our producer here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
On news
Was
today.
I so distracted with everything? Did I miss time for Bath?
Oh, did I not play it?
Oh, we have the man here himself.
Yeah, we do have the time. You know what? That is
you blew it.
I spit in his face.
Did it on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It was it was an oversight. We had a sort of a long morning.
Yeah, we did.
We had comedian Josh Wolf in here, and we like him, and I think he likes
Great guy.
us.
He took his shirt off.
He did. He,
The chat went crazy.
he doesn't do that for everybody, and the man is.
well, it looks like you got to take yours off, Seth.
You know what?
I don't know.
If he took his shirt off, you would be like, now that's a man. You'd be like, well, now here's a guy that's not a fat slob. You would.
abs?
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
I
got
think I
like
know what
ripped.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what's he got? Like single-digit body fat.
It's the closest one to you, so there you go.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I think he's single-digit body fat.
It's nice.
As I sit
Well, how
right
much is
here,
he? How much
I'm
is he?
62% body fat. I measured it this morning.
More than half.
I am more than half fat.
That only matters if you're over 200. If you're single-digit body fat, only matters if you're over 200 pounds.
I don't
That's
think
impressive.
he is. I don't think he's over 200.
That's impressive.
He's a petite man, but he's
Yeah, he's like what?
He's like 155.
Oh, doesn't count.
Yeah, he's
I talked to him
155,
about
but he's
that,
lean, and he does his cardio, and he does.
What do you mean it's not impressive?
Because any skinny guy can be skinny.
No, he's not a skinny guy. He's a
He's
guy that
cut.
works at being like fit. He's
Well,
a
then
fit.
why doesn't he gain any muscle then?
No, he's got muscle.
He's got a small frame.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I like
bigger
that.
Oh my God.
I like Seth.
This is going horribly wrong.
What you did is unimpressive.
I'm just joking. I'm impressed by anybody that's.
But Josh came in, and Krista from the Improv came in. And Josh does what all comedians who come in here do. They ask us, are you going to come out? And then we do what we always do. We lie to them and we say, yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll be there. And then they say, what show? And then we're like, because we're lying. But I'm coming out. I'm actually,
you're doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to be, I got a sitter. I'm going to be there Saturday night. Other BDMs have bought tables.
Why are you shaking your head?
You guys never come to any of my stuff.
Well, what do you do? What do you?
I'm invited
your
to how many
birthday party.
times?
Well,
I mean, to be
I know
to be
what it's
fair,
gonna be.
this
Okay,
is
then
a-
come to my karate tournament then.
To be
Watch
fair,
some karate.
this is a guaranteed show.
Like you're his dad. Oh, go watch his karate tournament.
But Josh Wolf he's doing stand-up, a brilliant stand-up
Okay,
for
have you been
an hour.
when I was fighting professionally? Did you ever come to my brilliant fights in the
I
cage?
did go to one of your fights. I did go to one of your
When?
fights because I was dating a girl.
I would totally go.
I was
didn't know
dating
you
a girl
then.
at the time who we were sitting front row because I was still with the morning show.
Where?
And at one of these hotel room ballrooms.
That was
I've never fought a hotel
well, then
ballroom.
somebody lied to me and said it was you, but she got blood on her white pants and it made her horny. I forgot about that. It made her horny.
I watched the Kimbo punch on YouTube like everybody else.
No, you and I were doing a Disney 5K for some bullshit, and we watched it on our phones. We did.
But that was the one you lost, I think, right?
No, it was Kimbo, and everybody was like, "Oh, did you hear about Seth? Did you hear about Seth? He finally did something good." and then
He's famous now.
And then the best part of that day was that you were so mad that they wanted you to do the 5K and that you signed up for it. And this is the first time I saw you do a feat of strength. You blood eye ran it faster than anybody else in our group because you hated it so much, and he just ran as fast as he could
50
through it.
miles an hour,
and it
baby.
hurt him. So he got done. He's hurt, and he was just like, "I'm good. I got it over with. I got blood-eyed it. I'm done."
Nice. And that's when you guys conspired to trick me the next morning in the interview and get me to say things I shouldn't have said.
No.
What'd you
Yeah,
say?
we did. We
Well,
got him to
that's not
talk
me.
about his knockout bonus. I remember that.
That's not me. They're
Yeah,
a particular
that was that
host.
other guy. That was that other guy who's mean-spirited. That guy is a master manipulator.
We've got a lot of people that have been tricked by their host to say things that have hurt their careers. I'm just saying, it's happened.
Yeah, at some point,
multiple times
at some
that we
point,
know.
with that same person. At some point, you got to look at that guy and go, "He's a genius."
Yeah,
I like him. I like him.
Nah.
Never.
So, Seth. Well, first,
Wait, what is happening?
Well, I'm
Is there Tracy falls to the ceiling?
Well, it has to do with Tracy. But before we do that, let's talk about the feature merch item of the week, the TD Villain Dop Kit. It's basically a small zipper bag you can put your drugs in.
Yeah, it's a drug bag.
And
why didn't we call it drug bag? Who's called it a Dop Kit? Is that
You're
you?
trying to be fancy.
Why are you trying to be all fancy?
Because I have a Dop Kit. It's just some black bag, and now I have.
I have two black bags that are sitting next to my bedroom looks like Whitney Houston's hotel room. The side of my bed is just carts everywhere and batteries and bunch
put
of...
it in the drawer.
No, I leave it out. I am who I am from my core. I am who I am. And there's just drug paraphernalia everywhere. And every month, my wife, before Her Majesty Services comes to clean the house, she grabs all my drugs and puts it into a Dop bag.
Okay.
Isn't that a pain in the butt? I have to do that with my clean lady too. Put away all like the.
I tell
the
Andrea to
dildos
leave
and,
it
like,
out.
the
I
random
tell
shit
Andrea
that's
to
up-
leave it out. She says it's embarrassing. She says it looks like
embarrassing,
Whitney Houston's bathroom,
I
our
do
hotel
the
room.
same thing with my chips and food I eat at night. Like I'm
Your
embarrassed.
little secret.
Hold on, what? You eat chips at night?
No. You said you don't cheat anymore, and you said you don't. No, you don't eat that shit.
They're protein puffs.
I was just bragging to you, to Josh Wolf, about you eating your gruel.
It's little Petrozelli again, sitting in the corner.
Nobody loves me. I'll go eat some.
I mean, I throw it up right after, so it's not a big deal.
You know what? If nobody.
Oh my god.
You know, that works. For all the bullshit, it works.
It just ruins your teeth and throat.
It does.
You brush your teeth right
After
after
a long time.
If I were Heidi Klum, yes, that's an old reference.
Block your teeth with your tongue.
I would just get fake teeth. I would just get fake teeth and barf everything out.
Hold your...
Oh, get like a teeth guard.
Yeah.
Why are we telling people how to be bulimic?
Just get fake
terrible.
teeth.
Put some napkins in there that you can puke it up.
Just get fake teeth.
Then you got to just do a tablespoon of honey after to coat your throat, because you get throat cancer from the constant acid.
Nah, no, you'd have to puke 5 gallons to get throat cancer.
Yeah, but you get it from eating
I'm worried about that.
Douglas.
I'm worried about that because I eat my wife a lot, and I don't want to get, because I would blame her. I'd be like, "You fucking killed me." I would say that to her, but I wouldn't say it to her face. I'd say it to her vagina.
I remember I remember freaking out about that specific thing. She told me she had HPV, and I've been eating her out for 2 years.
You got that?
Oh, you got it. You got it.
You feel every sore throat.
Yeah.
You're like, it's here.
That's the human Petrozelli virus.
The human Petrozelli. That's
funny
the name of the show. Like 4 minutes in.
It's funny dying for something you gave to her and she gave to you. Anyway, Eric is going to hide some treats in the Dop kit. So,
What? So we're giving away marijuana?
No.
That's illegal.
We can't do that.
No.
Oh.
Just some extra stuff he's going to hide.
Oh, yeah, he's going to hide a deuce in there. Eric, our merch guy, is going to take a shit in one of the Dop kits.
No, he's throwing in some extra Tom and Dan
Well, you got to
stuff.
say what it is so people want to buy it. You can't
Well,
just
it's
say
random.
he's going to hide a deuce.
It's a random surprise.
But it could be a bad surprise.
That's pretty random.
That's how you get them to buy, so they see what it is, and they're like, "Oh, disappointed."
But it's going to be a random good surprise.
You gave me some cheap nonsense.
These stickers that I hated anyway. Great. Oh, Magna. That ship sailed in 09. Fucking Magna. Fuck your Magna.
You gave me the stuff you're giving away for free anyway.
And if I see one more koozie, can we just talk about that? If
I just got koozies.
It's the cheapest thing.
You got koozies? Fuck a koozie.
You got karate koozies?
I got karate koozies.
Karate
For
koozies.
what? Canned
For
water?
all my adults, every time they walk in, I'm like, have a koozie. Everybody likes to drink, so.
One step closer to strip mall when you got the koozies. You got the prize.
Really?
It starts with a prize wheel. Second is koozie. The next thing you know, you're Fred
I
Simmons.
thought that was smart. I didn't think a lot of karate people did koozies, so.
They all do koozies.
That's the first thing they do.
That's the first thing
Karate
they do.
koozie.
They buy that first before they even do
They have the
karate.
koozies before they know how to kick. Koozies before kicking.
Were they the single print flat pack?
Oh!
The cheapest ones are
They're the
59
cheapest ones.
cents.
Yeah, they're cheap. Yeah. Why give them away for free?
You didn't get the song.
Well, the first one's free. The next one's
What do
$10.
they say? What do they say?
$10.
About $5.
What do they say?
They just say Junguru Dojo down the side with our logo. And that's it. Just they're white with red.
Oh, that's your
what I
koozie
love.
man. He's like, keep pushing the koozie.
I'll bring
I
you.
got tons of them.
I'll bring you guys one.
All right.
Make just one.
Well,
share it.
Well, speaking of free giveaways, we're going to have a bunch of giveaways at our BDM Beach Party.
Every time you look at me when you're saying these things, you're looking at me with some doubt. Like, do we have
I
the
just want to yell
things?
dead giveaway.
I eat ribs with this dude.
I know. It's so funny.
Oh, are we having ribs at the beach party?
Oh, man. No, but there will be women locked up.
I was about to name the place we were doing it. Anyway, only BDMs will know. They're getting the invite.
Yeah.
I think today, I'm not sure. Anyway, I should know.
It's at the Hobo Fish Camp. We're finally doing it.
So we're doing some professional pictures with Tony Moonjet. And
I'm sorry. Moonjet, I'm sorry.
and we got some surprises there. So with that, I think I've told this, the model agency that I use for Camel Girl is no longer in business.
Yeah.
And then I'm having
now
some
the lady's
problems.
like a born-again Christian.
No. I'm just having some
Reputable
problems.
place, huh?
I found online some like higher promo girls, but it's just it seems like super corporate. And then I'm explaining to the lady
That's not
like,
a thing anymore,
I'm
right?
like, can you show up in a bikini with a mask? And then no one's gonna do it. And like
I don't
everyone's
think
gonna be
it's
like,
a
nah.
thing anymore, man. I don't.
It probably isn't. There's few and far between.
Okay, does anybody here, because we do have some listeners that are sitting in today. Thank you guys for being here. It's always nice to see our listeners and get back to like what we used to do like in 2018 was fucking awesome.
What about 19?
No, I didn't like 19. 18 was better. 19 I still equate because I give it a little bit. Like there's a little nervousness or something. Like we all kind of knew, I feel like. Well, I forget what I was going to say.
No, that's fine. The camel girl.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, no, I was going to say with when you guys go to bars, when any of us go out to clubs or bars, do we see these girls anymore? Are they things anymore?
Well, none of us go to these places, so
that's why I'm asking these guys. Are there promo
They don't go.
girls?
They don't go either.
They look young.
We're talking to a bunch of dads and moms, and it's Seth.
Well, I mean, but like,
He's
okay,
scared of his house.
how about her friends? They drag you along to something, right?
No, not really. She hangs out with all my friends.
Okay, well, I'm
She's
trying.
not allowed to have friends anymore.
What I'm trying to source is if this is still a thing. Is this a thing? Because back in the day, and I know you guys are tired of hearing me say it, but there was a scam you could run with the promo girls where I have in my possession, even today, in upwards of 40 Zippo lighters from Marlboro because you would get them in the bars. And these promo girls, there was a peak promo girl where you would be in the bar, there'd be as many promo girls for products as there would be patrons of the fucking bar.
I went downtown 3 weeks ago, bar hopping until 2:30 a.m. And I didn't see one promo girl.
Okay, good. This is good research. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
That's one time, one sample.
Thank you, sir.
But this is also different than promo girl because we're kind of asking for trophy girl or ringside girl because all she's doing
ring girl, great.
Ring girl, yeah.
Now you're on to something. Are ring girls still a thing?
Yeah, they still happen in UFC.
the MMA.
Yeah. But I still see them.
But they're not like I'm talking peak ring girl. They had a stonger on, and they were looking like they'd suck a dick. Now the girls look like very like.
I think they're boys now
they're
too.
Proper, but that's all.
They have ring boys now.
I think someone.
What a time to be alive.
My one of my fighters is a ring boy for one of the fighters.
Can we have him at the beach party?
Yeah, I'm down.
He'll do it. He says he calls me my. Never mind.
No, tell us.
Whoa,
karate daddy.
Are you
Does he call you
fucking
karate
your
daddy?
ring boy?
Not karate. He just goes, hey, dad. He just calls me dad for some reason.
Hey, dad.
Hey, papi.
How old
Dad.
is he? Spanish. He's
I'm 13.
21, 22.
Okay.
He's not homeless.
Oh,
He's not
kick his daddy over here.
Did you say he's not homeless?
He's not homosexual. He's straight. He's a straight male, but he
I'm homeless sexual.
All us fighters are a little weird, so he does weird shit.
Yeah, that's the hits of the head. Yeah. Ask
I heard
Antonio
it makes
Brown.
you gay.
Yeah, we have a list. Anyway, so hard to find a camel girl, and then it dawned on me the other day, like Seth's coming in, and I was like, I wonder if we could just because they're also not the cheapest thing in the world. They won't. You have to pay for at least 2.5 hours because they're not going to go out there for just an hour. Even though our pictures
It's usually time plus or travel.
Yeah. So it's like
then you're usually going to cover their meal or drinks.
I think
hopefully they're of age.
$175.
Don't be giving out Jello shots.
By the way, don't tell random strangers.
Yeah, I tell everybody. I tell everybody that you buy drinks for underage.
Stop bringing that up. Like no one even
Nobody even knows who she is.
So you're just sitting there. You're like,
She's
hey,
of age, though.
I'm going to tell you an appropriate story about Tom. I didn't know what I thought.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
She gave you a fake ID.
No one gave me no ID. I
think she gave us a fake ID.
Anyway,
I was drunk.
How long ago was this?
Tommy Gilligan drive me home or drive me to Pop-Up's 90th birthday in St. Cloud. So, it's like $175, I think, is like the standard rate. I think is the last time I paid for a camel girl through a modeling agency. Right?
Okay, sure.
And then I have to tip them out.
Tip them out.
I think it's like
you give them a little something for the trouble.
$20. Yeah, or $40. I forgot what I had cash in my pocket.
Bitch is getting more than I'm paid.
Yeah,
it's a.
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to come in a bikini.
I didn't have to, and I already got assaulted. I'm not coming in a bikini.
And you can take you can take pictures with disgusting
on that.
people all day.
I do that anyway.
But in a bikini, and they're
and have them say inappropriate things.
I'll tip Sam out when she does that.
How much you gonna tip me?
A big tip.
Well, I mean, how much would it cost to do that?
Saturn?
I mean,
that's what I was.
Sam, it would cost $1,500 for us to pay you to do that because you're not going to do that. It's hard to put.
He wouldn't be able to be at the event if you said you were going to do it.
I couldn't.
He couldn't show up. Guaranteed. If you said, I'm showing up, and I'll be there, in my thong, in the tiniest weasel bikini you've ever seen, and Tom would be like, well, I'm not showing up.
But I'd look at Coconut's webcam.
Why are you telling the place? Why are you telling the place?
Like, I see it far, it's grainy.
It's real grainy.
But it still gets the job done.
Anyway,
It's
they
like
don't
the
know
old
the
porn we used to watch when it was all scratchy.
So,
Exactly. Scrambled porn.
I thought to myself, I was like, I wonder if Traci would be willing to be our camel girl, because I started doing
She's
the
pretty
math.
much a model.
Friend of the show.
Because there's the OnlyFans, so there's a willingness,
with her body.
comfortability where she's not afraid to put herself out there.
Yep.
She's not modest.
She's familiar with the show.
Familiar with the show.
Yeah. And then there's also an overwhelming element of Seth wanting for her to do this and pressuring her.
No, I
to do
don't.
it.
I was the opposite. When you wrote me that, I held back from saying how I really felt, honestly. I
okay.
don't know. I was like you just said all those reasons why you can't do it. You can't do it. It's hard to get girls, and then you just fall back on, oh, well, I know Seth will get his girlfriend to do it. It just seems like I'm just an easy, like...
Using.
You
felt used. You felt used.
Yeah, I did.
Felt
a little
cheap.
bit.
I'll write that down.
I'm not even kidding. I'm being honest.
Well, I mean...
CHEAP.
Now, do you think this would be something she would be offended if I asked her? Because I have her email.
Wait, you're just going to go around him?
I have her OnlyFans messaging.
I'm texting her.
I would be the manager in the situation.
He's Bob Lando.
So
fucking Bob Lando.
So I go through, I pay you, and then you
I take a split.
Okay, and then you pay her.
Cut.
So I'm negotiating with you, right? At this point,
all right.
Yeah, and so this is the most awkward thing I've ever done. Was I remember there was a model at one time that because we did this for a long time.
No. Why'd you say it like that?
There was I've dealt with the modeling agency, and then they always give me, like, the model the contact for the day of.
What's weird is they give you a choice. I've seen a few of these. He doesn't share much of this with me. He wants to, like, keep it shrouded in mystery for some reason.
No,
it's kind of like me with all the controls
awkward.
here. I don't want to teach him all the controls here, or they'll eliminate my job. So, like, with him, he's like, you've really kept your thumb on this modeling lady. And I remember seeing where you'd get a text, and it would be like, which one of these do you think would suit the event best? And it would be like 4 different unique girls, almost like you're choosing a character in a video game. Like, there'd be one, like, Afro beautiful black girl. There'd be like one straight haired tall black haired girl. There'd be one blonde, like Barbie, like the quintessential Barbie, and then there'd be like one brunette that's like looks like a Southern Belle, or something, like, and you had different choices.
They've never given me that
but they've
much
given you
diversity.
Choices.
Yeah, it's usually the 2 people that are willing to wear a bikini and camel mask. It's like, hey, this girl, which one?
Yeah,
and
but
then I'm like, anybody
choices.
willing to show up. So, but anyway, I remember one awkward situation where they called me day of the event, and they asked me, because I said, it was like, usually, the job is bikini camel mask. And then they called me, they're like, is it okay if I wear shorts instead of a bikini? And then
You told her no?
no, hell no. I was too awkward. But I thought no in my head. I was like, well, did you read the contract that your modeling agency said
You knew what you were signing.
I just said, fine, that's
change
fine.
up on me now.
Because I'm not going to be a creepo Weinstein.
Trivial idea.
Who's going to be like, no,
Either
bikini
get your thong or get the fuck out of here.
You should have at least knocked the price. I'm like, yeah, you can, but it's $50 less than
This guy's good. You're a good businessman.
No, but it's I
Do you
pay
think
the
you're a
agency.
better businessman than Tom?
It's
yeah.
Oh, business off. Business off.
He would have saved us $50.
Hold on. I will take better fighter, better.
Okay, let's compare.
Working out.
He would save us. He would save us $50 on the shorts. Is what I'm saying. I mean,
who renews your sunbiz? That's what I want to know.
That's easy. I have a guy that automatically does all that for me.
The kid that calls him daddy.
Is it your son? Okay, well, what do you want? How do we tell who's a better businessman? Do we have business off?
Oh, I got a better boat. I win.
Well, that's how you were better at punching. That's what got you the boat punching, not
I
business.
didn't make any money off fighting.
Well, you married her. I saw the 100,000 knockout money.
How long do you think that's going to last?
Well, you invested it into real estate.
Exactly. I was
business.
smart business money.
That's
I think
easy
you
guess.
did some scam.
Easy guess my ass.
You did some
a lot of shady
protein
business.
Yeah. I feel like that was like you took your money, you put it into real estate. I mean, anybody could have done
Which
it.
is
Florida.
business, goddammit.
I'm getting us off topic, and I apologize. So you
Right
wanted,
business off.
right, yeah, put it on the list.
Another thing we're not going to do. Yeah, that's right.
Well, this is going to be easy. I mean, you could take the assets of your company and the assets from your company, and then have our accountant or your accountant or an accountant of your choosing.
How about both our accountants fight?
Bernie will beat some ass.
bro, I'll take
Bernie
Bernie.
Bernie is a big
Our
guy.
accountant
Yeah,
is a
but-
fucking giant.
Yeah,
I got a
he
big
is.
guy too, though.
Our guy's like 6'9", and his hands are like this fucking
Massive.
big around.
He's
He's
slow.
like,
He's
our
old.
guy's
His
like
hands are
Andre the
as big as my
Giant.
head.
My
He is
guy's
like
short but looks like a sumo wrestler. So
Our guy.
I would actually like to see them fight. And okay, write that down for Miss Hot Tub Mini Fridge. Both our accountants fight in the ring.
The slow
I'm not joking. People will go. I mean, if
100%.
if we did our accountants fight in the ring, we do Tracy and Sam bikini off. I mean,
Tracy's gonna win.
You want to fucking
you're-
pack wherever? I mean, we will bring 10,000 people to that motherfucker. Like, we'll be all rich. That's all. It's easy to do.
Well,
it's going to pull the trigger.
can't do it.
God.
Alienates us.
Will
No
it?
more friends.
They'll show up. I see it in their eyes. He's shaking their head. Yes. Concrete Mike will be there.
Yeah,
We'll be at anything. Anyway,
Concrete Mike.
we'll bring back Tony Ray versus the
Concrete Mike.
hospital.
Every voicemail that Concrete Mike leaves our show is about anal sex.
Anyway,
Every voicemail.
so
Well,
do you think this is
Let me ask you a
something?
question. Do you want a girl that's going to be very, very like appropriate? No, appropriate and not like. Do you want a girl that's going to be letting them take shots off her tits, or do you want a girl?
What is this,
What kind of business you
2018?
think this is?
No, I tell them when they come. I
'Cause I
see
got
their
a
eyes,
girl
I'm
that'll
like, no
do that.
touching, you animals.
hold on a second.
I tell them.
Yeah, see,
Hold on a second.
I have the other side of it where I can get a girl that'll wear the mask. We'll
Wait a
do it for
minute.
a couple $100,
And by get
and have
her
fun.
to do it.
You got
No, no,
a-
not
Is that
get her all
consensual?
up. It'll
You
be
mean you
consensual.
got yourself a party cheetah? What are you talking about here?
So there's another option. I
No,
they.
there's no that. I don't have to degrade Tracy and asking her to wear a,
So
a mask.
you've got a lunatic party girl that'll.
It's one of my niece's friends. Yeah.
She of
Man,
age.
how old is she?
Oh, she's old. She's 23.
She's old.
She's old. She's 23.
older than
Okay,
18.
23. All right, that's
She's
fine.
legal.
Gotta be 21.
23 and me. All right.
I was looking for over 21, not over than 18.
Yeah. Barely legal.
So yeah,
So she's like.
she has big. She just got big fake boobies.
All right.
Tracy doesn't have the fake boobies yet.
Why did the producers of Barely Legal, they're like, okay, pee in the hay before you, like, what was the pee in the hay?
The pee-pee,
Anyway.
they like that.
So-
guys like pee, and hay absorbs. That's
Anyway.
why hay is like nature's kitty litter.
So what will she do it for?
I could ask her and,
All right.
and see what I'll negotiate a little thing.
Well,
Like,
what if Tracy
are you-
wants to make a cool
Yeah,
200?
Okay,
I
I
don't
will, I, will,
wanna do it.
I will ask her. and
'Cause
I'll be
all
like,
you have
this
to
is
do-
yours if you want to
what
do
do the
it.
listeners want? Do the listeners want Tracy, who
I
is
don't know.
mentioned on the show? People know who she is, or do
She's
they
going to
want?
be proper. She's not going to be doing anything
And this
crazy.
other
They just
girl, like-
stand there with the killer mask and the pictures, leave.
Is this
$200
other girl a liability? Like,
But I
what
see
is-
Tracy being, she's good around people she knows, but
Right.
strangers, especially when
Yeah.
BDMs, when then
Well,
they're
that's
like,
No, they're not.
No,
yeah.
the camel
oh,
mask.
the mask will block that.
Yeah, the mask is good.
Just
We'll
tape
put it.
the eye
We'll
holes.
put it in 95 in there.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah, it will be hot.
And
The other girl. Describe the other girl. Big. You said
so
big
she's,
boobies.
so she's shorter than
Fire
Tracy.
plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good proportionate
Okay.
boobs to butt ratio.
All
I guess
right,
you
so
can say.
big,
Oh, this is
big ass.
awkward.
Big
It is
ass.
awkward.
Yeah, that's why it seems gross.
You're talking like she's a piece of meat.
That's
But
what
in
I'm
this
asking.
scenario, we're
It's
hiring a model, and that's what they are in this scenario.
I've talked about this on the BDM show. I said, well, should we do it or not? Then people email me. They're like, please just do it. But I'm like,
I got one email from a person. You pussies.
And then most people are like,
Yeah,
we don't
people get
care.
aggressive.
But I feel like I'll disappoint them if they show up.
I
and
feel
there's
like
no
if the only
camera
thing
girl.
that's being shown for this model, with your face is not being shown, she has a pretty face, obviously, too, but her face is masked. Boobs are going to be the main thing you're going to see in the picture. You want a nice set of big fake boobs, do you not?
I mean, this guy knows
have
his.
to be fake,
I mean, this
but-
guy knows his way
Okay, not
around.
fake, but do you want big? You want a bigger voluptuous boobs.
Whatever.
To have the
right?
shine.
Lump.
Yeah,
Lump is
Lovely lady lumps.
There's
Have a lump.
I
don't think it is.
There's a novelty to that,
novelty
you know,
to
to the
that.
point of the whole thing was done so people would post the pictures and they'd be like, "Oh, what is this? This is weird." That's how we looked at it. Like it was a way for.
But it's not that weird. The sad fact is, it's really not that weird anymore. Like what we thought was weird at the time when we started it, you know, it's like now everything is like, you look at any commercial on TV, like any Little Caesars commercial for like that Fanceroni pizza, and the commercials they're just bananas. And I'm like, we did that years ago.
But think about it, nowadays, like if you're like most of our listeners got kids at this point, they're in their late 30s, 40s.
Well, you're talking your way into no camel girls. What you're doing?
Well, no, but I'm just saying if they're standing there, they post a picture on their social media, and there's a camel girl. There's a weird people would be their friends on their social media be like, "Where the hell are you? What is this?" Yeah. That's what we want.
Do you want to tell our other idea that you thought of that I think is so funny?
No, where's one? I think of a
Tom
lot of
has this great idea. We're buying a backdrop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell it or let's
go. A green screen.
It's just the tiny things. It's in the details.
Yeah. We'll keep it as a surprise.
Yeah, we'll keep it as a secret.
Well, you have to tell me off air because I don't know anything about this.
You'll love it.
Okay.
It's so stupid.
All right. So
let me ask you this too: as part of the job description, is she allowed to drink on the job or?
No, yeah. I'll buy the shop.
I mean,
no matter what age she is.
Jesus Christ! Can't we just go straight to the source? Do we have to go middleman here? She's a grown woman. Let's just
I don't know if she makes the best decisions herself.
She is dating you.
No, not Traci. I'm talking about the other girl.
Should we get her? Then we should. No, then there should be like a ride involved and a handler. You know what I mean? You know, like. I don't want
for the friend, the niece's friend.
Yeah.
I'll drive her.
Seth wants to be.
Well, yeah, okay.
I don't have to be. I mean, I'm going to go with Traci and her, and maybe.
Okay, if Traci's there, I feel better.
Yeah.
And I know you're not going to let anything happen to her.
No, but then people are going to want you to be in the photos too, and then they're going to
wear a mask,
and then you're going to want
like
your
a
shirt
giraffe
off.
No, and N95, yes.
I have a giraffe mask from the original shoot.
It's the beach.
That's what Roop drove.
No, I don't care.
Roop had a giraffe mask on when he was driving the Lamborghini in the original bit, so I can dig that out of my closet.
All right, we'll talk after this.
Okay.
You've got a little bit of time.
I would text her now, but she's working.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah,
dancers.
Front office.
What?
Nuh-uh.
Not Traci. Okay, this other girl, not Traci.
Oh, she's down.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, you didn't tell us that. We could have saved it. Well, I mean, it's good to stretch things out on a talk show, but a stripper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what you need. That's what you need.
Yeah. I know.
I didn't think there were strippers in
I don't have any idea how to get in contact with strippers.
There's one right in the street.
Honestly,
yeah, but like walk in there.
Hello. I'm looking for a lovely young lady for a job opportunity.
Like they're going to be like, get out of here.
Sam, as a man that navigated strip clubs in this town through the end of the 90s and through the beginnings of the 2000s a lot, I thought there were no more strippers. Like, honestly, as a man with a 7-year-old, I thought that was done. I would drive by these places, but I thought you would just go in there and get a drink. There was no different than a regular bar, and then they just had like a girl wearing jean shorts and a bikini top, right?
I don't know. They're at it still.
Yeah.
I got to get back in the game. I got to dust off my Umbros and get back out there.
Yeah. No matter what, there's still people that need quick money.
We should go. No, but we should go because I forget what it would be like. Like every strip club in Orlando, I used to go all the time. Me and Drew, that's all we did.
Really?
It's a younger man's game.
It wasn't, but also because of the time that we worked, like working late. Like when you got off, and there's nowhere to go except for the strip club, really. So you would go there, and those people became your friends, and it's sad.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll do some Seth stories.
Oh man,
a good
dangerous.
Bad.
It's been a minute.
I didn't ask you if you have one.
I have a bunch.
What do you mean?
I have a list of like 100 bad things.
He's struggling for the good.
Traci's actually calling me now. I don't think she's listening though.
Oh, put her on speaker.
No, I think she's.
What is happening? I feel like
it might be something's happening.
I thought you said she was at work. Oh, the other girl was at work. Was Traci just?
Traci's at work too.
Oh, okay.
We've done one segment. I feel like
she
we've
actually
damaged
works for a regular job.
Is it?
That's why she got off OnlyFans. She's not on OnlyFans anymore. I don't know if you checked.
I wonder why. Every morning I go there and I wait for 20 minutes. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Does she get contacted by the regulars that were disappointed that she she stopped?
No, she just felt like it just wasn't her, which I agreed. It really wasn't her. She was just doing it to make some.
Well, who was it in the photos?
Does she leave the subscription up? Because I forgot what card I signed up with all year. I could be charging me still.
They're still in there.
Yeah, I have no
that
idea.
was her game. She was going to cancel and just let their automatic renewals.
I'd still
That's
be
my
renewed. That's our medium game.
Yeah. So we have similar business ideas.
It's every game.
All right.
Everybody does that.
Planet Fitness, yeah.
Our business off is two horrible wizards shooting garbage at each other, and it just stays in the middle.
Shooting garbage.
All right, let's take a break.
The name of the band is The Interrupters. The name of the song is As We Live, featuring Tim Armstrong. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at TomandDan.com for last-minute emails. Bye-bye.
ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. I just went by ABC to buy my buddy the Grizz a bottle of nice scotch because he was retiring from the military after 20 years.
Well, that's the cool thing about ABC. You got your everyday needs. Like you're picking up some light beer, maybe a little White Claw, a bottle of wine for the old lady. I mean no disrespect. And then you got like maybe you're giving that premium gift where you need a fancier bottle of champagne, a fancy bottle of scotch. They can cover all bases. ABC Fine Wine and Spirits can do it all, and they got the best selection of Florida craft beer you will ever find.
Absolutely, and I bought, me and all my buddies pitched in, and we bought a nice bottle of scotch. It was behind lock and key.
Yes, fancy.
But they have premium brands, and if you go online, you could check out all their products and what's available at what location. There's a location near you.
And
they live in Florida.
Yeah, they also have their own flagship brands that are really, really good. Like they have their own versions of vodka and tequila that, don't sleep on those. They're actually quite the value and really tasty.
100%. Also, thehumidor.com if you like cigars. Of course, ABC's locations, they all have a humidor that you could buy in-store, but online, they ship them to you directly. There's constant deals on there. If you use promo code Tom and Dan at checkout, you'll save 20%. So it's ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. When you shop there, hashtag TDABC. We send that to them. They love it. So keep sending us those, and we'll give you a prize each month.
You could get a prize just for using the hashtag.
It's ABC Fine Wine and Spirits.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Seth Petrozelli all here today.
BookAirTND.com.
Yes.
That's the website you can go to book our Tom and Dan Airbnb in Sanford, which is walking distance to all the bars and restaurants downtown.
Trust me.
Across the street.
Yeah, you are so close that we've had people that have stayed there tell us you're close.
Too close.
They're like, you're too close.
The non-Tom and Dan listeners complain about it.
Yeah, they're like, my God.
Did not
I can hear them at mannequins.
Yeah, you didn't say we were this close.
All right, so should we do the intro? The old good, bad intro?
Oh, do I? Yeah. I do have that. Sorry. It's been so long. When we got the COVID, or when you got the COVID, I didn't get it.
The COVID.
I didn't get the I put the on a lot of things. I guess it makes me sound old. I'm going to have to stop doing that.
Yeah, stop doing that.
I do it. I don't know why I do it. It's a bad habit. Here's the intro.
Hi, me Seth. Me gonna tell you a couple stories, okay? You're gonna be impressed. Me tell you two stories, one good, one bad. Me tell you a good one, me promise you'll laugh. Wait, why me see chat room saying good ones seem kind of bad? One story good, one story bad, one story feel happy, one story me sad. One story, me big hero. The next, me douchebag. One story, me good. Me really good. Me telling you this story good. One story, me bad.
I like that it's really long. And I love that you have to sit through it because nobody else is doing that. And like most podcasts, they just start and they're already talking.
Injured on the go, just call mo.com.
Yes.
If you need a lawyer, Mo DeWitt, the DeWitt Law Firm. All right, Seth.
So he's testing for his next belt, by the way.
Mo?
No. Jason.
Oh, the guy that did
That did the song.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's upset you didn't give him a koozie, though.
Yeah.
Is he really?
You mentioned it.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
he
he
said
did
something.
mention it in the chat room.
If he passes his test, I'll give him one.
No, you got to pass a test.
Now
to get the
that
free
is
koozie?
strip mall. If you get a koozie for passing your belt test, that is strip mall. Ooh.
Is it
No,
awkward?
it's different.
I feel like back in the day, if you had a traditional sensei that you trained, if you made goof songs about him, clowning him, that would be.
He's actually really, really respectful in the dojo. Though it's a weird dynamic when it comes to that. You know how
Does
I
he
am
tell
here.
you that? Is he like, hey,
but
Sensei, did you happen to hear my song?
But
Yeah. I've seen Kill Bill. He whips his beard. He'll whip you. Mad. That's not a sensei.
So I said something stupid the other day, and he looked at me, and he's just like he's gonna say it in the BDM. Like I know if I say
I'm going to
something
write a
dumb,
song about
he's gonna say it.
that. I saw Sensei shit his pants. I'm going to write a song.
Like we're doing stretches, butterfly stretches, and I was standing on one of my students' legs, pressing down on his back,
That
stretching.
doesn't-
He's a big guy. He's like 200.
Stretch you up. Me stretch you, fatty.
But we just look so stupid doing it. I'm like,
Too
man,
fat to stretch. Push.
Too fat to stretch. Hey.
I like mumbled under my breath. It looks like we're two frogs humping or something like that. And he heard me, and he looks at me. He's like, Seth. He's like,
That's just it.
yeah.
I just feel like one of your students, making goof songs
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
not
Their
professional.
sensei,
Yeah. This was a nice goof. I didn't mind this goof song.
That's nice.
I'd be standing on his legs if it were
He
me.
painted a picture of someone and,
Like a dumb puncher.
You should be holding a stone wheel. Anyway,
I don't mind.
what do you want? A good, bad first?
I always do the bad first. So I always want to end people thinking I'm good.
bad.
Me want to win. You were even doing this. You were doing the impression. You were like, me want to win with good.
It never works out. So this is an actual a Hummer story, which there's lots of Hummer stories.
They're called blowjobs.
It's almost like it forces you to act like a douchebag.
Yeah, 100%.
The power of it, man. Did you ever want one? Did anybody in here ever want a Hummer?
No.
The new Hummer, the H3. I never wanted one either.
The electric one, yeah.
For a split second, I wanted the H3, the little one, because I'm like, it's a Hummer my size.
Yeah.
Finally, one for the little guys.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it.
I've been tainted. It's like what Weinstein did to Islands. A certain person
Yeah.
did to Hummers to me, and
Yeah.
I'm like, never could look at this.
can't even go there.
It does make you be a douchebag because the first thing I did was put a giant train horn on it just to be a douchebag.
Yeah.
that's it.
But the train horn, I support the train horn on
Really?
every vehicle, especially motorcycle, because you never see it coming.
That's true. That's true. So this isn't my bad story, but this is a fucked up story. I put the train horn on it.
We get a bonus? Hold on. Bonus fucked up extra story.
So this was right after Kimbo, obviously. The owner of 6 Buffalo Wild Wings.
Whoa, hold on a second, everybody.
You didn't say anything.
The owner of not 5, but 6.
He had 6 in the territory. It's great.
B-dubs.
This guy was rich off his ass.
I love me some B-dubs.
Yeah.
I love it.
They call me Billy Buffalo. I own 6.
It was right when I
You
just
want to know
opened
what's in my veins? Miller Lite. Because it flows at B-dubs.
You
this
know who
guy's-
I vote for.
This guy's older. He's like mid-60s, you know? So
No
like-
guns allowed, at least at the Altamont location. It gets rough. I see the side when I walk in.
So when
You see that?
when I first opened the Jungle, he was one of the main sponsors. He bought my cage. He bought a bunch of bags, and I had to put the Buffalo Wild Wings logo
They're shaped
on
like
my
wings.
Drumstick.
Oh my god, that's
the
a fucking
flats,
amazing.
the flats. Yeah,
that's
like
a
the
good
flats.
idea.
Bunching them good.
Well, yeah, it'd be awkward, but yeah. Anyway, went to.
How much did that cost him? Just, I'm curious.
Not that bad. It was like in the over 10,000 or so. Like
That's
maybe,
a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, they gotta sell a lot of wings.
That's
$10,000.
That's a lot of curly fries with pepper on
This
them. Why
guy
do they
had-
pepper them? Why
this guy
are you
had some dough.
peppering them?
Yeah, you gotta sling a lot of wings to get that back.
This guy's rich. So anyway, I just got the Hummer, just got the trainer put on it. I pull up for one of our meetings, you know. So it's me and my wife at the time. We pull up, and I'm like, yeah, look at the new engine or the new. I said new something. The grill. I said, look at the new grill I put on the hood. My fucking sponsor, an old 65-year-old guy, just fucking met the guy like 2 months ago. Promised to give us $15,000 or so.
What is happening in this story?
Looked under my hood and I fucking
What?
The fucking guy goes,
Rewind because guys, you were going a little fast.
Sorry.
For Sam doesn't speak
You
like pure primate man.
You blew this old man's MAGA head off.
So he pulls up.
He's gonna sponsor you.
He pulls up to the B-dubs, and then the
We already
owner...
had we had the meeting.
Okay.
Great, shook hands, like, this is I'm looking forward to working with you. This is a great thing. Walks outside, he's like, oh, you got the Hummer. I'm like, yeah, I just got it.
How old were you when this
Right
happened?
after Kimbo, I was 28.
Okay, too
29.
old to
Like,
be acting that way.
After the sponsor meeting, you're like, I'm gonna blow this.
Fucking horn in his face.
What happened?
That is, I love this because that's a true bully mentality.
But bad
bully
at
them.
business,
Yeah.
not a good businessman.
Yeah, that's why I know.
One mark for.
But he still gave me the money. I still got the-
Oh, never mind. It didn't
But
matter.
was he mad?
No, he wasn't. He just was like, oh, okay.
Just gave him a heart attack.
He grabbed his chest, and I was like, "Oh, I laugh. You see me laughing? I'm laughing." My wife was like mumbling, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
Why would you do that? Oh my God, you're gonna kill this old man.
She always did. And he's like, he kind of brushed it off and was like confused why the fuck I would do it, and just turned around and walked away.
He's afraid of
And
you.
I just was
He
like,
was afraid of you. He got into business. He was afraid that if he said, "You know what? Fuck you, I'm out," and you'd be like, "Oh, beat your ass, old man."
And the whole way home,
Oh,
actually,
man.
God, I remember this now. The whole way home, because it was at the B-Dubs on International Drive. So the whole way home,
yeah.
I was fucking going by tourists and just going every
were
fucking
drunk.
minute trying to cross the street.
You were drunk with power. You did it one time. And
I was like, I was fucking.
oh, all right. That's not the story, guys. That's just the warm up. That's just the warm
It's just something I
up.
remembered when you said.
Okay, that's
Makes sense,
bad.
like a
Shouldn't do that.
All right.
So this story was fast forward about 4 or 5 months or so. I don't know.
Wait, this is a recent story?
No, from the horn. 4 or 5 months from the horn.
From the horn.
Uh,
We're out partying one night, and I did this a lot, and I've always said this, and I was so stupid for doing it, driving under the influence. It was fucking
Yeah, I think we can all agree that at this day and age, and there are plenty of people, myself included, that have done it, that now see the error of our ways. I couldn't tell you the last time I did it because of Uber.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Luckily, this accident that happened was in the kind of the middle of nowhere. No one was really injured.
Oh, shit.
Well,
man.
not really. Someone
Not
was injured,
really
but not
injured?
really that bad. I was with my wife. She was in the front seat with my wife's best friend sitting in the back
Starting
seat.
to see why you don't have a wife anymore.
Yeah, she's always along for the ride.
She's always getting. She's
Like,
my
this guy's a fucking
Always
maniac.
on.
Yeah.
Be playing with train horn again because it's so fun. It's like favorite toy.
So I'm not going to say what this is. 'Cause I don't know what the statute of limitations is for something.
Jesus, dude.
So,
is it that bad? My
well, I mean,
God.
it's not
I thought
that
it was
bad.
a train horn story. You know, like,
when I turned off the lights in the garage, he was still stuck in the windshield. And then I kept checking out.
I knew what I had to do. And because of Walking Dead, screwdriver straight through the ear.
So I'm shit faced. Enough to drive. Thinking, okay. I was drunk. She was drunk. Her friends were drunk. So we're driving. We're pulling into where this girl's lived housing complex. So you know, at the beginning of some, they're all gated, big brick gates to let you type in a code, let you in.
Yeah, I never lived in anything fancy like that, so I don't know.
Well, the gates are
These are
fancy.
Well, the homes are all the same. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah, the gates are to keep people in.
So
Rorschach.
it's down a road where there's nothing. It was just brand new building. So it was like a road where nothing was. So I was like going little fast. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Like going fast.
Open road, me horny.
Exactly. Listen to the engine going. I was like, oh yeah. And my phone rang all of a sudden randomly, just randomly rang. My wife goes to grab it, and me being an insecure weirdo, like I reached to grab it from her, like I don't want her looking at my phone. And I was
Me
like,
cheating, no Lord! Me cheating, no Lord!
yeah, I don't know if I was at the time. I'm joking.
Might be sexy text.
Yeah. So I reached to grab it. She grabs it back. I'm like, come on. We're arguing over my phone. I'm going about 35, 40 miles an hour down a little road, right? And
Give me Tree's mobile sidekick.
her friend in the back, the last thing I remember is like, Seth! Like screaming at the top of her lungs, Seth. I'm like ignoring her.
Thelma and Louise.
Oh, man.
I turn around and all of a sudden it was just like, flash. I creamed into the brick, half the gate, half the brick, plowed through the fucking whole thing. The whole gate falls over. The big ass
come on.
the apartment complex gate and brick. Oh,
wow.
The brick, too.
I've never been much of a Chevy guy, but you know what?
I broke the brick down and the gate down.
That's a
I'm halfway over top the gate and the brick. And I look around, we're all stunned. I'm like, I look back, and her friend goes, picks up her head, and there's blood dripping.
Oh, the blood!
Yeah, there's blood dripping out from her head, and nothing on me. I'm like, I'm okay.
Quick, where me train horn?
You said nobody got hurt.
This is her too long.
She's just a little.
There's
Concussed?
2 honk emergency.
Concussed, whiplash.
She's just concussed, yeah.
Quick, go put bloody head under hood. Me training away.
So again, this was like 2:30 a.m. So no one saw it. It was just us three. Big crash in the middle of nowhere in some housing development.
Yeah,
Not
you probably woke somebody up, but it's going to be a minute before they can even discover what's happening.
Exactly. So I thought fast.
I've seen these type of things happen even around here in Baldwin, where I'll be like especially when I resigned from the radio station and I was like drunk all the time, like standing on my balcony, I didn't know what to do. I would stand on the balcony, and you will see people crash. You'll see them drive drunk. You'll see shit that you should not see.
And they always do the move where they crash and they're stunned, and then they look around and they're like,
and they get the fuck
I got away with it.
There might be one in the news lately. I'm not going to talk about it because it turned real sad this morning, but yeah.
You throw your bong out the window.
Yeah, that's the Buddy Dyer.
I tossed the G as soon as that happened. I was like, go dump it up. So, but I did try to get away. My car wouldn't run. It was fucking shit. It was like the engine, everything was just pressed in front. It was
Hold on, it's a military vehicle.
No, not the H2.
It's a good military. It went through the bridge.
H2
it did what it needed to do.
More of a...
okay.
I think military guys, if you said it was a military vehicle, would be so mad to hear that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. The original Hummer, yes. But the H2 was more of that's a civilian vehicle.
So,
come back.
What did you do?
So, of course, I was freaking out about... I didn't want cops there no matter what. I was like, no cops, because I'm under the influence, for sure.
They know the bricks and the G on the floor.
The blood. This is bad. This is a bad one. This is a bad one.
So
wait a minute, honk your horn. Guilty.
So I don't know what tow truck company I called, but I just randomly found a tow truck company. I don't think it was AAA or so. I don't know what the hell it was.
We called AAA.
I got a tow truck to come.
Me stranded.
They were there in fast. It was 10-15 minutes. They were really fast. My wife called another friend of hers to take the bloody concussed friend home.
So you're gonna hide her.
Take her to the hospital.
Yeah, I know. She's like,
well, you do that move like gangs. You just drive up and you just roll her out gently. You roll her out with an emergency room. It's just like a note on her. Says, help me.
So the tow truck guy pulls up, and I remember him just sticking his head out the window and goes, his eyes just get, oh shit. Fucked up.
Hold on a second. Hey, brother, is that a train horn?
Isn't he an accessory to a crime at this point? Or is it like now you've just destruction of private property?
I
don't know.
His job's to tow that truck.
In the midst of a horrible story, that's an excellent question for Mo. We should remember that because because
we gotta file a report.
No, the guy should look at it and be like, "Nah, dog, you got to know for me."
Well, make sure you tell him that I gave him $20 to do it. So $20. I tipped. That's all I had on me. I remember just giving him 20. Like, here, just please don't say. Just no. Yeah. Here, just take this.
Give him some
take
G.
Take it out of here. Take it out of here. And it took him it was fast. It was 15 minutes. Got it loaded up.
And you rode home with somebody else?
I rode home with my wife's other friend.
What a night.
Took the friend.
And nothing.
Nothing.
There was no surveillance camera. That's the thing.
This was long time ago.
There was that
I'm sure
spot.
they did, but
06 was that's a good.
Yeah.
You could do anything in 06.
Now there's no way in hell you'd ever get away with any of this because there'd be 5 HD surveillance cameras filming everything. Your license plate.
Well, you have it. You have a Ring camera in your garage, not outside.
No, although there's one.
There's everywhere. All my neighbors, they have cameras on everything.
I peed on the St. Augustine fort last weekend, and I looked up, and there's a fucking camera right there.
You can't do that.
Last weekend?
That's federal property.
You're in your 40s, Seth. You got.
I had to pee. Tracy took me on. She's like, "You need to get away. Let's go to St. Augustine." We went to Augustine just for the night. I drank.
You can't do that.
I walked around. No one was there. There's a whole fort to ourselves. I was like, "This is so beautiful." I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta pee." She's like, "Just go over in the corner." So I went in the corner. I was like, started peeing on part of the fort. I'm like, I look around, I'm like, okay, good. I think I'm good. And
They
I look
don't
up,
fuck around if you get caught.
Yeah,
eye in the
dude.
sky. I'm like,
That's historical.
Well, no, I
shit.
went to Flagler, and they tell you one of the first things you learn as a Flagler student is they're like, "Don't fuck with the fort. You'll go to jail."
Why do you take your 22-year-old girlfriend to Old Man Fort?
The city.
She loves it there. She
All
wanted
this
to move
schoolhouse.
it. She likes it.
We might want to cut that part out. That might be a federal crime.
What?
Pee? No.
Oh
Being
yeah,
on the
it's federal
fort?
property. You shouldn't do it. You can't drink there either.
Oh, I'm
I've
sorry.
been talked to
Yeah.
having beers at the fort, and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah,
I didn't drink. I just
They're
had
like,
to go.
hey.
I said that would pee my pants.
I didn't drink. I just took a leak.
In the corner.
Were you there at night?
Yeah, we went beach during the day, and then we had a hotel, and then we walked around at night. Went to a couple bars.
Are you allowed to walk around the? I thought the fort was like open during the day for tours.
Inside's closed
Yeah.
up. You can
you
everyone's
can walk
walking
around the outside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can bring a blanket and go sit down there and finger girls if you want."
All right. So you went down where they used to do the moat.
The
'cause
moat.
You see,
Yeah.
the moat area.
Yeah, you can go around the edge. I used to go there all the time. You can go
Yeah,
there
it's
and
cool.
nap and hang out. But there
Especially
will
when
be
not a lot of
homeless
people there.
people. And
Yeah, but it's cool when no one's there. You got the whole thing to yourself. It's
was
nice.
it a weeknight?
No,
Or was it
Sun-
weekend?
Sunday night.
Sunday
Again,
night?
it's
Interesting.
cool for an old man. Like it's not cool to a 22-year-old girl.
Oh, just think of how many cannonballs flew out of this Joker.
Florida
gotta say Joker.
schoolhouse.
You got to use old man vernacular
yeah.
like Joker. And,
you explain what
yeah.
the coquina rock is.
These are little periwinkle shells that over years they collect, and the power of the ocean pushes them together.
All right, so
That's God doing.
let's
That's
recap.
God's work right there.
DUI, destruction of public property.
And that was the
private
good story?
property.
No, that's
No,
the bad
no,
story.
that's
That's
not
the
the
bad
good.
story.
Well, the good. I got away with it.
We got two bonuses. We got two bonuses.
You
in
injured
there.
your wife's friend.
Yeah.
yeah. In a DUI.
We also got B-Dubs
Yeah, yeah.
blew the old man's wig off and pee at the fort.
Yeah.
You got two bonus stories.
Yeah.
So
I got more.
So I'm curious about the good one. Actually, like what good one did you find?
I had to think about this. I did do something good. Okay, how about this? You get another fucking bonus too, because this is too short of a story to
all
tell
right.
very long. I was at the beach 2 weekends ago with my brother, and you know my brother's going through
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
One time he felt good. We went to the beach for the day. Some fucking idiot, gets stuck in the sand. New Smyrna, wheels start
They
turning.
always get stuck
This
there.
fucking girl was like, "We need help. Can you? Hey, help us!" Like, looked at my brother's like, "Hey, help us push." My brother's like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't," because he can't do any physical exertion right now.
Right.
So she goes, rolls her eyes and like walks away. I'm like, "You fucking bitch." So I'm like, "I'll help." I'm like, "I'll push," even though I don't want to do it. Started
All your good stories are like, I did it even though I didn't want to fucking do it for this bitch.
because she was acting like a
Every
bitch.
time.
She rolled her eyes at my brother, so I got pissed
Then
off.
just don't do it.
Well, and then I'd look like a bigger asshole. So I did it and then spit on her car on the way out.
That's the good story.
That's the good
Yeah, I helped them out. They would have been stuck.
What is happening?
Fuck them. Fuck
I
them.
don't. Where are we at in this? Story?
So, spit. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. That's Corona.
So you pushed them out. They
pushed
would have
them
been
out.
stuck. You
And
spit.
And
a
I
little
just
bit.
on the way, I was like, "Phew."
I did get bullied one time at one of these, like before kid. This is like 15 years ago. Me and Crystal went
It's
to
a good
Daytona
thing
Beach.
that I've never seen you get bullied because I would make us fight people because I hate it when
We're-
people are doing.
We were
shit
in
like
the old blue truck. Remember that one? Drunk in the
that.
bear
hers?
sticker.
Oh yeah. Well, that was a GMC Sierra stepside.
ICP.
Sir.
And we were-
That was a great truck.
We were driving on the beach in Daytona, and it was a weekend that there was a ton. It was like spring break. I think we went there for spring break, and we're driving on the beach,
Nice.
and then there
Ooh
was
la la.
there was a whole Jeep full of college age guys and girls, and in the back of this Jeep, and they were doing the thing where and we were stop and go, but every time they went, they'd peel out and spray sand onto our truck.
Wait a minute, they were doing the car equivalent
Yeah,
of
I
the
thought
comic
it was
book thing.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah,
the comic book thing is the guy on the beach, and then the muscle man comes over and kicks sand on the This is the car equivalent of the old muscle man comic book thing.
And then, like at first, I thought it was an accident, like it was a stick Jeep, and they were just going in the first too quick.
didn't mean to do it. They just said maybe it's his first day with a manual.
Yeah, but
Let's continue.
But after
the beach is so lovely.
like a couple dozen times, I realized.
Couple dozen.
You know what? Gee Willikers, I've had it.
They were also laughing, and Crystal was like, "They're doing this on purpose to me." But I had to make the
You're a
decision.
pussy.
Yeah, she always does that to me. And then I'm like, "Well, what do you?
Because you're too calm. Because
what do you want me to do? Get
Look.
out and fight a bunch,
hold on,
and then
hold
they're
on.
kicking me on fast."
sand.
I think that's what's gonna happen. And then the bikini girls are in my wife.
What, do
they're all
I
like,
fight?
"Oh."
Do I fight? I don't fight. I can't. I'm little, right? But what I do is I blow the steam off, right? So my wife in the car, the guy's doing the dirt. I may not fight them, and I'm never planning on fighting them, but at least I can turn to her and be like, I'm gonna fucking kill these motherfuckers. At least she knows.
But then she'll try to calm you down, and you want to be like, okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
This guy knows.
That's psychology,
fake, though. Is that real? Like,
Life is fake.
Life is not. Write that down.
Writing that down.
For business off. Life is fake.
He's not wrong.
But it's like, if I act like a piss off, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it.
No, she'll ramp you up. She's not going to be angry. She's going to be like, do it, kick their ass.
I
know Crystal.
Here's why I'm wrong.
She's not going to talk
I throw
down.
one haymaker, and then they're kicking me.
Yeah, but here's why I'm wrong. It has to be genuine, right?
Then they pour beer on you.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be genuine. It has to be genuine. The reason it works with me is because it's genuine anger on my part, and Andrea has to calm me down. I have no intention of getting into a fight. Occasionally, it will go a little too far and scare the shit out of me.
Well, that's why you're angry. You're angry because you want to be angry and do something, but you can't. So it makes you really angry that you actually can't do something about it.
Yeah, but then I just be calm and just let them blow sand.
But she hates the calm because it makes her feel like makes her feel like you're oblivious or.
Because I'm not afraid. I'll get out.
I know you're not afraid.
But I'll get out there and be like, if everybody wants this to happen, let me fight now. Like then they stretch out my neck. Winded. I'm like, and then
but you kill somebody because you're too serious. You're like, okay, guys, it did get to a point where we are going to fight.
I don't
and now I have to fucking kill somebody.
No, but that's bullshit. I don't stand a chance against 5 25-year-olds. They'll just be kicking me on the floor. Then I'm like,
calm on, be like, don't be a pussy. One at a time.
No, but I never do that.
Dojo rules.
You do that move where I'm
no kicking in my nuts. No eye poking. You just go over the whole rules.
I get a salad, and then their friend sucker punches me.
You grab a handful of sand.
Oh yeah, throw it in your eyes.
You go walk up after you throwing a punch, and you like wizard.
Wow, this guy.
Like a wizard.
I did that when I was a little kid to a big bully.
Is that a movie?
That works. I did it before.
I believe him. I feel like
I got thrown on the ground. My big bully. As I fell, I grabbed the handful of sand and went. Oh. And he went, he goes, ah, and
That's a movie.
My dad saw the whole thing, and he's like, "You did a good job, Seth."
You know what? For a kid that shits his underpants, you got the fucking goods on the dirt throw.
That's in a cartoon. No one gets dirt thrown in their face. I'm like, oh,
bullshit.
This guy's a professional fighter. I have to believe him.
Like I throw some sand at a 25-year-old drunk guy that has got a ICB tattoo, and there's just shit face. He's just gonna be like, "Fuck!" And they immediately start punching. I start holding his friends sucker punch me, and then I do that move where I fall down. My arms are stiff, and then they're kicking me. My arms are stiff, and then you know how uncool you look when you're
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
What happened though? You
They seized up.
And then the guy is punching your unconscious face, and you're stiff. You look stupid.
What
That's what happens.
No, but so what happened in this case? So these guys.
I just let them do it the whole beach.
That's not the ending I wanted.
The whole beach.
That's your fucking ending?
Yeah.
And then what did Crystal say?
Oh, Crystal's giving the middle fingers. I'm like, stop. I'm like, because you're just making them do more.
You're telling her to stop. It's switched.
That's what they want.
You're telling her
just
to
keep
stop.
doing it. But like,
Jesus, dude.
now you're giving them but that's what they want.
No, they don't want. You're such a simp.
You're telling her to stop, and she's like, "Fuck you,
Yeah, but it's causing it worse. They're doing it more and more now. Where now it's like they're digging themselves low. Like the whole sand is on the front of my truck.
You're burying your truck.
Do you have like a can? Do you have
What
like
do
a can?
you want? You want me to get out? Fight? I'll fight. I'll fight anybody. But
it
I'll
gets
get
too
beat up.
serious.
I've done the math. 5 against 1. They're gonna start punching
I'm
me.
sure other people on the beach might have joined, and then the
No, they want the world star. They'll just film it. Like,
That's true.
And if there's cops there, they would see that they started it, and they would get in trouble. At least they get in trouble.
All right,
funny.
Cops.
So yeah, okay.
No
So
cops? I don't know.
Well, what good does that do? Like, they're getting arrested. My hands are they're punching unconscious
Well,
face.
it's risk reward. I don't know.
My hands are straight up in the air. Anyway,
You're not supposed to sit and do nothing.
Okay, I'm on Seth's team, but this is too funny.
if I gotta do something, I want to go all the way. That's the thing. I tell my wife, when she's like, "These teens are being too loud in the movie theater. Tell them to go shut up."
Yeah, I do this, but I act like it's coming from somebody else. I do that all the time. I'm like,
Yeah, but
Well, you
look at
can
it,
fight. You
but
fought
I
Bob
don't like
Sapp. No one scares
confrontation
you.
either.
No, Andrea will.
You
Straight
can
up
fight
just,
all those people at once and beat them all.
Andrea will push me and tell me to shut up. Like the time I told the guy to get the fuck out of the Carrabba's.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nice.
She'll get really mad at me because I go in hard, real hard.
See, I always, because Daniel, I've seen Daniel.
I don't like it with disrespect. I have no tolerance for that.
I've seen Daniel tell someone to fuck off, and then I thought it was going to escalate to a fight, and they got scared and fucked off. And
well,
then,
I'm not trying to scare them, but I don't like it when they get over on me. I'm like, fuck you. No.
I always assume it's going to escalate to punches, and that's why I'm trying to de-escalate from the start.
You're probably smarter.
If I tell them, like, fuck off, I assume they're going to be like, well, fuck you, and then it's going to get into...
Sometimes they do.
And then arm stiff.
Yeah. Sometimes they do. Like the guy I told him to pick up the trash. That motherfucker was going to kill me.
Or it's like one lucky punch, I know, like, kill a teen by accident.
Yeah.
Then I'm in jail. I'm like, I'm in jail? It was just sand on my truck.
No, you're right.
Anyway.
Should we take a break? Did we get
He
the
didn't
good
get to the good yet.
Yeah, this is all good.
Do you want to pause and
Oh, I thought the good was you let the guy push the car out.
It was good.
There it is.
It wasn't my longest. Sorry, I haven't eaten. I mean, this is a limited supply of goods, so why don't we say then my next time?
Okay.
Just have to re-edit the song. It's just bad.
I like that. You fell into the good. Name of the band is Anti-Flag. The name of the song, The Fight of Our Lives. Here we go. 1-844-TOMNDAN. We'll be right back.
At the end of the road, there's a crowd of people left with nowhere to go. And I get so sick at the sight, it keeps me up at night.
Johnny's Other Side and Johnny's Filling Station. It is the flagship restaurants in Johnnyville.
Yep.
Do they still call it Johnnyville?
Yeah. Because, Johnny's, it's unique in this world in the fact that
it's a hamburger theme park.
And he is not nitpicking every single thing because it's about the dollar. It's not about the dollar to Johnny's. It's about his customers getting quality.
He's like your community hamburger joint.
And they have a million regulars. People keep going back for a reason.
Yeah, 100%. And Sam just did a Side Chicks meetup.
Yeah. We at Johnny's Filling Station, which, a lot of times we hang out over at Other Side, but it's hot as hell. And so we decided we were going to have our brunch over at Johnny's Filling Station. They got a brand new brunch menu. It was great.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and check out their brand new brunch menu. And speaking of the Other Side, $3 craft beer still. Like
you cannot beat that.
And
even with all the other prices being inflated.
Exactly. I mean, you still can get an unbelievable value at Johnny's, and the reason why, and we've talked to them about it, is because their consistency and their strive to make their customers happy.
What was the hamburger I had? Was it the drunk burger or something?
Yeah.
Like, that was amazing. The one that they brought here, the deli brought here.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
It's the dunk
burger. That's
you dunk it in the au jus.
Because you dunk it in au jus. Try the dunk burger.
Ridiculous.
Dunk burger's where it's at.
And follow them on social media because they have all kinds of different events going on. One that's coming up. They do it once a month. It's called Women Who Whiskey. And it's on Monday night. It's free whiskey tastings for women only. But there's a limited spot, so you have to sign up.
Very
for that. I'm gonna sign up for that soon.
Yeah, definitely.
You brought up a good point. Follow them because they constantly give out crazy value and free drinks, and they do
Johnny,
events,
poker tournaments, everything.
He's a silly boy, and he likes doing silly things. Like he'll do, and they're forever hosting charity events.
Yeah, it's great.
Bike meetups, classic car night,
St. Baldrick's.
And it is a place that you can roll through with the little guys. You can go under the patio. You're not going to bother anybody because they have TVs outside.
100%.
You can bring your family. It's Johnny's and Johnny's Other Side right there in Johnnyville.
Watch them football.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Dan,
Tom,
Samantha, and Seth are here, and that is that's Flatliners. What do you want to do now? You want to do like a little dump them out?
Let's do some dump them out, some voicemails, and the show.
Dump them out. Everybody. Dump them out.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottomics. Everybody.
Dump Them Out brought to you by thedangerbrain.com. They're our branding agency. If you need a branding agency to not only maybe redo your brand you have currently, make it look better, or maybe
refresh it.
Come up with a brand for your company, small business. They're great at it. We've used them for damn near 15 years now. I forgot when we started.
Stop saying that. It's good to say that and all, but it makes me old fucks.
End of 2009, and when we started, we first started using Danger Brain. They've done all our logos.
I met Sebastian in the lobby of iHeartMedia when he was up there to meet with Crash.
Yeah.
Remember Crash?
Yep.
On the radio?
He's still on the radio.
Yeah, we got to get that guy in here to talk about his ordeal with his arm. And
that was a fight.
Speaking
of fights,
fight of his life,
Jesus, who gets in a goddamn knife fight these days?
Yeah.
Well, he almost died.
He almost died.
Because he punched someone, and then the guy's tooth cut his hand.
He is a lovely human, too. Just a good dude.
And it got infected.
From a tooth?
And then he ended up getting...
Teeth are nasty. Mouths are nasty.
And he started getting complications.
He started getting sepsis and blood infection. Almost lost his arm. It got horrible.
Yeah.
He's a good dude, clean it afterwards?
Dude, it's random shit, That's the thing about fist fighting as an adult. It's random shit happens. You could imagine if he died or lost his arm from punching someone.
Not worth it.
Should have thrown sand in his eyes.
Easy for you.
Couldn't get that out.
Yeah. I think if you threw sand in my face, I wouldn't be like, I would just be like...
like if it's wet sand, it's not going to be okay. If we just look
at just one little thing in your eye, and you're like,
let's myth bust it. If it's wet sand, it's going to be a clump, more of a clump with little pieces. If it's dry sand, it would have to be more dry.
It has to be, of course, it has to be dry. Sand.
But also, my adrenaline. I'm in a fight scenario, so I feel like if I got sand in my eye, if I'm watching I Am Groot, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna get this out. But if I'm in a fight, I'm gonna be like, no, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
It's not gonna blind me until you get the advantage. I don't know.
It blinds you.
Stupid.
Team No Sand over here. I'm sorry.
TheDangerBrain.com.
Yeah, DangerBrain.com.
So what do we got first?
We got Antonio Brown list.
Oh, God, I can do it fast, too. It's huge, though. This is some guy on Reddit compiled a list of every crazy thing Antonio Brown has done in his career until today. Like, from beginning of career until today.
Okay, follow me here.
It's huge.
Before we start talking about all the crazy shit he's done, he's still talented enough.
I don't know anymore.
To be a wide receiver in the NFL,
haven't seen him catch a ball in 5 years.
Yeah, neither have I, but you think that with all the talent he did have, at one time he was the best wide receiver in the NFL, or considered the best.
I didn't know he was.
And, he used is the whole thing with the Tampa and him walking off the field and quitting. And
do you want me to give it to you super fast?
Right.
Kicked out of Florida International University after fighting a security guard. Don't touch me. I'm the franchise. His second year in the league, he took a personal stretch limo to a charity event, had them open every single expensive bottle of wine, rejected it, refused to pay for it, charity, remember, then left. Threw fits over not getting enough targets, drove 100 down McKnight Road in Pittsburgh, which has a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit, trashed a condo, and threw furniture out of a 14th-story window, which almost hit people and killed a child, killed a home aquarium full of piranhas and refused to pay the man who installed the tank, refused to play Week 17 for the Steelers, dyed his mustache blonde, refused to pay a chef because he thought he threatened him by placing a fish head in the freezer. The fish was actually going to be made into a soup later, farted on a doctor, demanded a trade from the Steelers, became Mr. Big Chest, threw a fit over jiu-jitsu winning, jiu-jitsu, threw a fit over Juju. Remember when he was fighting with Juju?
Oh, yeah.
Threw a fit over Juju winning MVP and trashed him on social media, allegedly nixed a trade that would have sent him to the Bills, showed up to the Raiders trading camp. He goes on, this is when he showed up in the hot air balloon.
Yeah, hot air balloon, froze his feet.
300, 500, 600 different, it just goes crazy.
Culminating to walking off the field and quitting during a National Football game, which is, I've never seen, and... you could make the argument that he's going to be one of the most infamous wide receivers of all time because of all the crazy shit. And what was happening in Pittsburgh, he's been crazy the whole time, right? So, but they hit it pretty well because you never heard
the whole time.
You never heard about this, at least in the national media, until he started transferring. You got the Raiders and he's freezing his feet. You're like, what's happening?
That's a lot of CTE stuff too, though.
No, that's a bullshit.
I don't think he's been hit much.
That's a bullshit cop out that I think they're using now. Like they're like, oh, this is CTE. Like no, I think he's been crazy the whole time. This guy has been crazy the whole time.
Like,
it could make it worse, but he didn't just get punched.
Is it crazy or is he just a dickhead? A look at me dickhead. You know what I mean?
Both. I mean, you could be both.
You can be both.
He probably has.
Because you could be crazy and not be a dickhead. Gary Busey. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I know that's from a motorcycle accident, but the guy, everybody's like, this guy's a lunatic. He's crazy, but I don't think he's harmless. He ain't going to hurt you. He's not mean spirited. I don't think he's mean. He might be. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, when I look at that guy, I'm like, oh, he's had some mental issues, but he's not going to, he's not going to do weird things that you're like, what the fuck are you doing? He's just weird and kind of
now, I
eccentric.
Guess beyond quitting on his team that one time, like all his teammates don't seem like they don't really have anything bad to say about him.
He lived with Brady for Christ's sake.
Yeah, like a lot of the people he played with, like the organization,
which is also on the list because it's crazy. I mean, it's like, why would you have that guy live?
It seems like he's more anti-organization than he is fucking with the players. You know, like the players all like him. The organizations are mad because he's doing all this outlandish shit, and they're mad that he's doing it. Well, the NFL, all the teams he played for.
Here's my question to you guys: a lot of wide receivers and like running backs, like people of in those top tier positions in the NFL. They have a weird look to them. Like they're almost like they all have nose rings and they all have piercings, and it's like they're
divas because
they're overly
they're
eccentric.
The superstars.
Yeah, it's weird, where you see them have septums and it's there's I don't know what I'm even trying to explain here. It's almost like they have a swagger that I'm like, what is that? Why?
So that started with Deion Sanders and stuff.
But it's different now. Like when you see them, they almost look bizarre. It is diva is the perfect word for it. It's almost like there's
well, because you're the superstar.
Yeah.
You're the person that's getting all the attention. You're the star wide receiver. You're the Odell Beckham. You bleach your hair blonde, and you're the guy who caught the unbelievable pass with one arm.
They're just flashy. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's the quarterbacks, the wide receivers. I mean,
I like it. I think it's cool that they look. Almost like punk rock. I don't know. It's weird. They hybrid their way into looking super unique, and I think that's kind of neat.
Well, since we're already talking about football, and I got to ask Seth a question because he's the closest.
I know nothing about football.
Did you? You
played for the Orlando Predators, just like me.
Played a Predator? No, I didn't.
Did you want to be a pro football player? Did you want to be?
Yeah.
Did you want to be a pro football guy?
There's
it crossed your mind, right? When you're fat.
When I was football big, yeah.
Yeah, you'll never admit it.
What position?
You never admit it?
I was an all-state center.
You were the center?
All-state, yeah. In high school, yeah. But I also played linebacker. When I went to college, I was going to play linebacker.
Yeah, but it's small for a center.
I was real small, but I was mean, aggressive. I was 245, 250 pounds as a high schooler, 6 foot, 245 pounds.
That's good, yeah.
For high school, yeah. But yeah, when I went to college, it was going to be a linebacker.
So,
the chat room says he was fat.
So to continue,
they're just trying to get at you
with just the NFL talk. The first episode of Hard Knocks came out, right?
Yeah, I heard it's really good this year.
It is, but I have a couple questions. So Dan Campbell's the coach of the Detroit Lions, and he's a former player, and all his staff are former players, right? So it's a really former player heavy organization.
Okay.
And the entire first episode, it seems like he's big about giving these long, dramatic speeches where he gets so passionate he starts crying at the end, which I want to talk to you about. Because
everybody's crying lately. You got that CEO on LinkedIn, you got coaches on Hard Knocks.
But
stop crying.
But what they're doing is they're doing the over-emotional, I'm super passionate, and I'm so passionate that you just start breaking down crying, which is weird.
I think you should only cry. I think you should only cry if you save your family from something, and you live to stand there, and then you're allowed to cry.
I cried before every fight I had.
Before?
Professionally, right before.
What are you crying about?
As I was about to enter the ring, I was backstage.
You shouldn't be crying.
It's not a sad cry. It's an emotion. It's literally, I don't know how to describe it.
I know that's what's happening.
I'm about to walk out.
You look like you're about to cry right now.
Tear in my eye.
Are you going to cry right now?
No.
But So then it's happening to Dan Campbell. It's happening to the running back. He gives a speech. He starts crying. And then it's like, stop crying. Like, it's just, and then I'm
crying lion.
I'm wondering if the other, like, does that work? And this is my question for Seth.
Oh, yeah, it'll fire people up, man. That's all emotion.
I don't know. I lost some of the fights there.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like he.
And then I really cried.
Well, Seth got so emotional. Like, but I feel at that level where do you need to get that emotionally passionate about what you're doing? Is that going to make a difference in the play?
Yeah, and it'll make a difference in the players that are seeing that, because then that emotion, you feed off that emotion for sure.
Yeah, but then it's like you go out, run your route, you do your...
you don't understand this because you're not emotional. If you were emotional and like he fired you up giving you some emotional speech, you'd feed off of that. Like if you came in one day and spoke my language, if you're like, I'll tell you what, Daniel, we're the best goddamn podcasters out there. We're going to be the funny and we're going to do it. Come here, buddy, give me a hug. And I'd probably think you're nuts.
yeah.
But it would be my language, though. I'd be like, yeah, let's go.
Now, hyping
oh my
someone...
God, I said it naturally. See, it worked.
But hyping someone up for like an entertainment show, I'm talking about like the highest level, like even fighting or football.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it doesn't seem like
so you're
it
already
matters.
belittling what we do. You're like, well, I'm not talking about like that little small potatoes. I'm talking about the top tier.
Well, because I'm talking about in the ultimate sport, like I just feel like they're giving their all at all times, every play, and they're fighting.
Everyone's human. Everyone has their down times and not feeling like themselves, and they need that pep, that pickup, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
but it didn't. Obviously,
I know in my. This was a lower level. This was high school and college. But when that coach did it to me, I got hyped up, and it made me like want to at least for the first like 5 minutes, and then it kind of like.
Well, you and I,
you go back into the regular game,
but still,
you and I are sensitive, right? Like, so that stuff works. Like when my soccer coach would, tell me things, even like on the Peloton. There are times when I'm riding that thing, and if the person is like telling me something that I feel like they'll like, you got this, you can totally fucking do this, and they curse and stuff on there, which I do like.
During the exercise, I'm the opposite. I'm going to be like, shut the fuck up, let me do my thing. But beforehand, it hypes me up.
Now that's
during,
like,
I hate it.
During an exercise, someone pushing you beyond what you thought you wanted to quit, like that's different. But so, like, for instance, there's always the cliche of the one football player giving the speech and all the other football players are around and they're hyping up, they're jumping around, they're like, let's do this, we're gonna be Ray Lewis was huge about this, you know what I'm saying? And then everybody's like, yeah!
People get chosen to give the speech.
Now this is before they get, they're like, yeah! And then they walk to the sidelines, they're drinking the game. And then there's like a half an hour before they get in the game, like how much, like, yeah, if you're Braveheart and you're like, run at them, kill them, right. But it's like, you go to the side with your, all right, half an hour.
I think
you're waiting for the national anthem. You're like, you're not hyped up anymore.
I don't think you're understanding the purpose of it.
All right.
I don't think it's to get them hyped up. I think it's like when they're doing it, it's to show your commitment. Like, what are we going to do when we get out there?
Oh, okay.
So when they're all hyping up.
But can I not be involved in that? Can I just be like, I know what to do?
No. But if you did that, I'd be like, well, this guy doesn't fucking care. You see what I'm saying?
I will care on the field. I'll do my assignment.
Prove it to me. You got to do what?
I have to jump in the thing and be hyped up. I promise I'm hyped up. Like I made it here.
No, you got to do the thing.
And speaking of that, another thing that I hate that has become a tradition is they make the rookies do the song, the stupid dance, or whatever the fuck.
Now that I hate.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
explain to someone who's never watched this.
Well, they do this with a lot of things. Not just
they do this
sports,
on all
but like,
teams,
they do this on the crab boats in Deadliest Catch. The Greenhorns, they're going to belittle the new guy.
Yeah. But in Deadliest Catch is like, take this crushed up Oxycontin. Because I do that.
Yeah.
And fentanyl in there.
Yeah, and chase it by eating the squid dick.
But so in these training camps, all the rookies that come in.
So it's like hazing, right?
It's a light hazing because they just make
it's a sprinkling.
Instead of whipping or anything, they just make them get up in front of the whole team and sing a song, do some sort of talent show.
Do they get to pick the song?
Yeah, they're just like, you get to do whatever.
And then
my
love
And they did it with
That's what I would do.
The first round draft pick this year, Hutchinson, I believe.
They do this every year?
When all teams do
so
it.
everybody's expecting it.
Yeah,
So they can practice before, and it's fine.
But it's also like this guy.
They do it at Orlando City too, because you and I saw it.
It's just this guy got a $23 million signing bonus, and he's a number one draft pick. I'd just be like, I'll do my job. I don't need to sing. I will.
Fuck that. You give me $23 million, I'll sing whatever the hell you want.
No, but it's just like, why are we even doing this?
Because it proves to the other guys that aren't getting $20 million that you're just
you
like
can humble yourself.
Yeah. Because if you go, I get $20 million, then what you're doing is you're not part of the team. You're an individual, and who wants you? I don't want you on my team.
There's a psychology behind it. It's the same shit behind like getting in boot camp. It brings you together, brings you down.
You want to be part of the team.
What are we going to do? I know. I'll run fast. Anyway, the last thing is now the new NFL protocol has all the players wearing this extra padding thing on their helmet. Have you seen this?
Yeah. It's funny. It's really funny.
It looks funny, but it's smart, I guess.
And it's like not only does it track your collisions, it helps with concussions in training.
Got real-time Sirius XM traffic on it.
Yeah. And all the players, you could tell they hate it, even though they go through this thing where the coach is like, "This is if it's it makes anybody just 2% safer, I'm for it." But you could tell they all are mad they have to wear this dumb shit. So because it's still part of the pendulum swing toward safety.
Yeah,
and
they're figuring it out, man. They're trying.
And brain safety and stuff, because NFL has had such a horrible track record. My thing is though, so now everybody's wearing these extra helmets and stuff.
They're big and brown too, right?
When do we get to the point? Because the NFL will do anything that society tells them to do. We've seen this, right? It's like Black Lives Matter, like no kneeling, and then there's change, like kneel, Black Lives Matter.
Put it on the stadium. Yeah.
Put it on the stadium.
Everywhere.
Pandering.
Go to blackface. Wait, pull back. Don't go blackface. That's too much.
Well, I'll kneel. Jerry Jones, get over here. It's like it's so transparent that they only care about money. That's what it is. So my thing is, when does the pendulum get to where the guy with like the fans sitting at home, they're like, well, fuck these guys' brains. I got diabetes. They're like, they know what they signed up for. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we will get to a point.
I am at that point
where the fan is like,
they're firefighters.
Well, yeah, it's like they know the risk of this, and they took it. So
I'm that guy now. I do it with soccer. I mean, I do it with every sport, right? I mean,
I think we get to a point where like, well, I'm in bad health. Fuck these guys, they're millionaires. Like, I think it'll get to that point and then swing back to where they're like, no more of the pads on the helmets and shit.
I think a lot of people would agree with you. Anyway. I think most people hearing that would be like, I'm there.
So what else are we going to talk? Oh, Tommy Lee's ding dong.
Yeah, come on, Tommy Lee. I've been scrolling through Instagram.
I didn't get to see it though.
I have it on my phone.
Oh, I want to see.
Oh, I'll show you. I mean, you guys look very similar.
You've seen Tommy Lee's ding dong.
He's got Jupiter.
The video.
Just my Saturn.
Oh, let's compare. I still got Seth's
his is bigger.
dick pic on it.
It's very similar though.
He's like, where is it? It's the whole thing. It's the whole picture.
I thought he was on a toilet with it.
Yeah, it's very. He's getting in like a tub.
It's really, really.
By the way, who's like 60 years old and takes tub baths? Jesus Christ, Tommy Lee. But I'm scrolling through Instagram, and then Maisie's standing right there. She's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh God!"
Did you know it looks so big?
No, I don't know. We didn't talk about it. I took your advice. Finally, I did something that you would want me to do, and I didn't over-explain. I didn't even go to it.
Well, follow me here, though, because the only penis she's seen is yours.
I can't confirm that.
Oh, my God.
Come on, just up. And
that's funny.
And your penis has some weirdo skin dripping off the end of it.
Dripping.
Damn, this motherfucker.
No,
he's been waiting all show to say that shit's dripping off my penis. You're a mean person. You're mean.
I'm going
and you're
by
not
logic.
a team player.
My son's having it. So what I'm saying is that
we're more alike than we are different, man.
No, but if my son saw Tommy Lee's penis, they wouldn't know what the hell it is.
They've seen yours.
I guess they're
like, guys, yours isn't that big.
Damn, Sam coming at you with the penis logic.
You're right. I forgot. Yes.
You forgot that you are circumcised.
Yeah.
Why am I telling you you're circumcised?
Because you've seen more penises than we have.
That's true.
So
and that's
I don't know. I've seen a lot.
Porno. Actually, you know what?
My friends all got
porno,
nude.
I've seen the most penises.
They got joke nude, not Weinstein nude. I have to preface that.
Yeah, that's what he said too.
You're right. My sons would know because they've seen mine, but would Maisie
still doesn't look the same?
She knew it was a naked man.
She did?
She's like, he's naked.
But you've never seen the head. It's just the skin.
Here's what's saving me.
Stop.
I'm going to throw up.
Let's cut this out.
Why did you go there?
Turn off Twitch.
Even I'm getting kind of creeped out.
Here's what's saving me.
Seth's getting creeped out. Now we got a problem.
Here's what's saving me. No, because it's like, it wasn't a sexual photo.
No.
It's a naked man photo that I would very much...
Well, he chubbed it a little.
Well, I'd very much had
appreciated what it's like.
I would appreciate it if he hadn't posted it, I'll tell you that.
Right. Well, it was unsolicited dick pic.
Correct.
Now you know what it's like being a woman.
I do. But what I will say is that it was...
I know exactly what it's like.
I just
Hashtag me too.
I just went over it, and we never went back to it, and I don't think it's a thing, because I don't think she understands that that's how it works. Like, I don't think she understands that people put stuff like that on the internet. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like, there's no context there. There's nothing there. Yeah. So that helps me. And it will never be addressed.
What was the actual story, though, with him? He did an accident and deleted it real fast?
He didn't do it
okay, not on accident.
He didn't do that shit as an accident.
But then he just
and
took
it was
right off?
left up, like, for 12 hours.
Oh, yeah. You're allowed to do that?
No, you're not. That's why everyone's like, why the fuck was his picture up there for so long?
Well, the algorithm
and we get Zuckerberg sucks us when we say, like, the word men are trash, and you get booted for 24 hours.
The AI of the internet has been deleting tiny elevator button dicks for years. And then you say,
not this thing. It didn't recognize it.
It trained itself.
Thought it was an elephant trunk.
It's looking for a hair nest with a mushroom on it. It doesn't even understand what this is. They're like, this must be an arm or whatever. It can't be a penis.
You want the proof? You want the proof? Look at Asian porn. All the dicks and bushes are blurred. All blurred.
And that's the majority, because there's more people on the internet.
Exactly.
So the AI just learns that.
Yep.
Anyway, you want to do a couple
voicemails?
Voicemails,
because
get out of here.
Do you know we never do voicemails ever
on this show? Yeah,
we never do them, and they just pile up. So I have this folder, just tons of them. Let's try this one right here.
Hey, Tom, Dan, and Sam. It's Mike B from the Owner Radio Show, and I had a little question for our good buddy Tom today. Tom, if they brought you a button, and by pressing the button, you would get back your dad and your brother Timmy, but it would mean you never had Tommy or Max.
Dude, this is a fucked
question. Would you press that button? Would you, Tom?
No. Easy.
There you go.
All right.
Ask me a hard hypothetical. That's an easy one. I've already thought about this. You know what it is? But I've thought about this when I was super high about.
Well, it's also like you've made peace with what's happened, and you want to see your boys grow.
And what's real is what's real.
No.
Although, you know what? Let me not speak for Tom. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah. What I thought
this explanation is going to be so fucked up, man. Buddy, I'm just warming myself up.
I thought in my high mind one time, I was like, imagine if like I could time travel, right? And you time travel back to 1999. All right, that was the my height. I was 18 years old.
Awesome. That's awesome.
And then, I could get rich because I know what happened. I could, I'd make an insane amount of money in Bitcoin, all the, Amazon. I'd be insanely rich, more than my wildest dreams.
I've always thought about how fun it would be to navigate a space I'm familiar with. Like I'd have all these memories to use. It'd be like knowing you'd be so good at it. Oh, God, it'd be so fun.
Having the experience of the past 20 years and that not only the life experience, but knowing what's going to happen, you'd be insanely
And
rich.
I go really fucked up where I'm like anticipating getting blowjobs from girlfriends I had because I'd be living it again. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, shit, I forgot about her. Yes,
and then this is how crazy it gets. Then I'm like, well, I'd make babies with Crystal to have my son, because now if I reverse, they wouldn't exist.
Oh, right. So you'd fuck it all up.
But here's the thing: it wouldn't be Max and Tommy.
Well, you have to time at the exact same time.
It's impossible. I don't even know I don't know.
Who knows if you would even have kids? Your whole life would be different.
When I'm at the pediatrician,
it would be worth it, dude. You'd be rich.
No, not worth it. Never.
Well, I don't have kids, so I don't know. I'm just thinking about all the kids I teach in karate.
Nothing worth it. Nothing worth not being with my sons.
You would agree with him. 100%. As sentimental and emotional as I know you are.
Yeah, but millions and millions and millions. And
I thought I've
that's a funny thing to say, but man,
I've done it with cutting my leg off. I've weighed out everything, and then I've come to the realization not worth it at the end. You know what I'm saying? And my brother and dad are already dead, so I know what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
There's the logic. Ouch.
I don't know what it feels like to lose my sons.
Correct.
But significantly amount worse.
Yeah, I agree. Even thinking about it, I don't even like the thought lot of it. All right, let's try this one.
Hey gang, it's Zach from Ohio. So, we know people refer to celebrity chefs as chef in their last name quite often. But if you had a friend who was a chef, you wouldn't do that. You'd just call them Barry or whatever the fuck their name was. The same goes with an actual doctor, a medical doctor. You don't call them doctor. That's just like a thing that you do respectfully at the office. I thought it was funny in high school. I went to a Christian high school. We had a couple teachers who had a doctorate in Christian theology. And we had to call them doctor, followed by their last name. And I always thought that was kind of stupid.
That's big in religious. Like, I grew up in the church, and even at our church, there were in the Methodist faith, you have a council of people to decide which preacher will come to different churches. And we'd end up getting a new guy coming from the council decided, and if he was a doctor, you'd be, Dr. Jenkins is our new minister, and they'd go by Dr. Jenkins or whatever, and like that's just a made up name. And I always thought it was dumb because I'm like, you're a doctor of lies.
My actual doctor friends, though, I call him doctor out of the office. Like, I have 2 doctors that train me at the dojo, and I call him Dr. Jason.
Do your pupils call you sensei out of the dojo?
Some do, some don't.
Does Traci call you sensei?
This is actually funny.
Yeah!
Is it funny?
Don't make her call you sensei at that. That's disrespectful.
No, not there.
She's kicking your balls around.
I am very humble where I don't give a crap about that, but...
Yes, you strike me as
the guy that drives a tampon car is humble.
You just blew Tom and I's hair
I
off.
can't believe you said I'm very humble.
I am.
I'm the most humble.
I'm extravagant when it comes to, like...
Extravagant?
When it comes to, like... But I'm humble, and I don't go around bragging, I'm the guy that did this, I'm this guy. I never do that, ever. When have you ever known me to
You're
do that?
extravagant, Petrozelli.
But I don't go around saying I'm this, I'm that. 1 or 2 or maybe 5 times to get in the club. I'm like, I'm stuck when I'm drunk.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know that's drunken time.
Also, you don't have to say it. Your car said it for you. The blood splatter.
But anyway,
the Airbus helmet's got a gorilla on it.
My
novelty plates.
My instructor, my sensei, and his wife, she's a sensei, he's a sensei. Inside the dojo, they're always like, Sensei, can you Sensei, they say that in the dojo because it's what they want their students to call them, and it's a show of respect.
Sure.
But there's no difference, and there's no female version of sensei.
Like witches and warlocks. I gotta have something different. I can't have girls.
There's a waiter and a waitress.
A girl is a sensei.
We're getting rid of genders. Didn't you guys know this?
No, I'm bringing them back.
Japanese are way ahead of the game.
A steward, a stewardess.
You don't say that anymore.
Masseuse.
Fucking sister-in-law is a flight attendant. How do you not know that?
I like that. Excuse me, stewardess. Another Johnny Walker. This flight's really grinding my nerves.
Hey, sugar tits. Let me get another drink.
And you just gently pat them in the bottom.
Exactly. Why don't you loosen that button, you know?
You did a good job. Sorry.
So last week...
You don't look good in an underwire. Your tits are too small. Oh!
I
don't know why I said
sitting on the ground, she's like, hey, Seth. And I heard her, and everyone saw that I heard her, and I just looked away, and I just kept doing something in the dojo. She's like, Sensei. And then I looked, and I actually acknowledged that she's
fucked up, dude.
Very humble.
I didn't want to be like, call me Sensei. I was just like, I acted like I did. And then when she said it, it's like, okay. And then afterwards, I was like,
now you get
just
it.
in the dojo.
Lesson learned.
Just in the dojo.
Now I don't have to hit you.
No. I do use her as a demonstration person a lot in the dojo.
You make her an example of?
No, I'm like, if I'm showing a takedown or a
flip
throw,
her around?
I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah, go ahead. And I'm like, I'm like, you okay?
Throw her
She's
through
like,
a table.
Like,
I've seen the videos. It ends poorly.
Hey, would you do that nude? For like money? If Tom and I requested that you guys I want naked hip tosses.
We're eventually going to get to BDM Infinity.
Yeah.
And when we have our get-together.
When we have our parties, there's naked karate demonstrations.
Well, at least
that's what I want.
Yeah. I mean, it's we're gonna have to pay you a lot, but it's a lot to be a BDM Infinity. So
you have on one black mask like Madonna, like it's just a black strip, like you look like a hamburglar. You have one on, and Traci has one on.
Yeah, we can easily tell.
Because that's sexy. But there's eye holes cut out so you can see what you're doing, and you do naked hip tosses at our. And then we have like assorted meats and cheeses on tables.
Yeah. You can come in through the kitchen.
Yeah. You come out like that. You come out like the dancers at Tutu Tango. You come in through the kitchen, and then you do some naked hip tosses while we're walking around in our robes with our bird masks on, like looking at each other and like cheersing our daggers.
I don't know how we got to this point. I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
That's how we get rich.
Yeah.
And
Infinity.
So close.
Yeah, then we start the branding. Genital branding.
No.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Right on the top of the pelvis.
Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking you go inside the uterus.
Oh, okay.
You don't want it on the outside. Too easy to spot. Shut us down.
So, Seth, your dojo. Why do you look like that?
Because I got confused of how we got to this point.
You have all the stories.
I'm not discussing it. I was confused how we
We're
got
making things up. Your stories are real.
Yeah, these are fantasies of ours. It's real.
That's right.
Anyway, so how do people become a part of your dojo? What do they do? They go online. They fill out a form.
Yeah, they fill out a form.
You have to go.
They have to apply for the koozie.
Where do I get the koozie?
Yeah. No.
Is it a free koozie if you just drop by, or do you have to sign up?
You have to. No, there's a trial class. There's a trial class.
I got to sit through the presentation.
No, not the presentation. You actually do the class. You teach the class. You do the class, and you get.
But do I get to keep the koozie even if I don't?
So
yeah, of course.
But then after the class, I have to go sit in some back room, and you still have your gi on. And then
there's no back room.
You put your glasses on to read.
All right.
And then you're like pitching me some.
It
sort
really
of
worked best if you signed up for 6 months.
Yeah.
It's all a year.
Oh, full year commitment.
Yeah, because if I'm making the commitment to you to teach you and pass this knowledge on, and
you're going to be there regardless.
If me make full commitment, me want you make.
I
full
want that commitment back.
Okay,
yes.
yeah. And
yes. And I shame parents that let their kids quit early. I do that. I'm like, you're quitter parents.
Jonathan looking a little pudgy.
Do I have to initial every page, or can I just sign at the end? Because I don't like the
Actually,
initial.
I just got brand new contracts in 2 days ago, and it's
Digital
they're
on an
all new stupid like.
But you do it on an iPad.
Initialing now next to everything to huh?
You do it all digital on an iPad.
I could do that actually.
Yeah, do it all on the tablets. Get with the times, man.
It's like
you got to do VR.
He's just now getting into the koozie game. He's far behind.
You got to do VR dojo. You got digital dojo.
When it comes to like paperwork and stuff like that, even like bills now, I still like paper bills being sent to my house.
Paper bills.
Well, you got a filing cabinet.
No, I throw them away, but I still like looking at them.
You're gonna be like the cash register machine guy on Mills Avenue. He's always there, and he's like, "I'm staying here till I die." And he died.
Look at your water bill. What are you looking at?
I don't know. Make sure see how much I'm using this month.
What are you going to use less water?
All right, no more peepee break.
How much is too much?
I know.
What are you looking
at? Gas. Sometimes if I leave it's interesting to me. Like sometimes I leave my hot tub on for 2 days on accident.
You have a hot tub at the dojo?
Natural gas. No, at the house, at my house. And then I'll like.
I thought you had your Daichi pay for that.
Yeah.
Don't you steal his water?
That's not his water. Yeah.
Well, you got to get the automatic shut off. I used to do that and waste all the gas in my pool.
Timer, right?
After 2 hours, it shuts off no matter what.
Oh, that's really?
I got no fancy.
Good at business.
Pantera.
Good businessman.
Fancy
It was a natural gas.
I've got that fancy Pantera.
Well, it was a medium hookup.
That means it was stolen.
No.
Do you know that
He's snaking the timer.
Did you know that his hot water heater for his pool and hot tub came from I won't say which one, but from a hotel around here?
No, well, they didn't want it anymore. It was just
Embassy Suites.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
It's always
He's been trying to scrub that off for years.
I just put an electrical table over it.
Nice.
Fancy.
That works.
Anyway,
So if they want information, go to karateoforlando.com or the Instagram is Karate of Orlando as well. And just send me a message.
Yeah.
Hookups for all the BDMs and everyone.
And it's a very proper dojo. You take it very seriously.
Symmetry. And then also, you're not looking for that?
Yep.
Kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, MMA at the Jungle. Message me
Do you
too.
teach boxing? My son Max,
we have boxing twice a week.
Do you?
Yeah.
Now,
By a good boxing coach too.
My wife is like,
It's like 12 or 13.
My Max wants to box. I taught him how to box.
Well, tell him this is Japanese boxing I do.
Japanese boxing, that's racist.
That's a punchline my pop-up used to say.
Oh, no, that would be Jap box. But no, we're not.
Whoa.
I'm allowed to say.
God.
Me of all people.
No, you're not. No.
Me loud. Me do their kicks.
I
Me
do.
stole their kicks. Me Elvis Presley.
I'm allowed.
You can't just say something horrible and say, I'm allowed.
I'm allowed. Guess what I am.
Me have a sensei. It's okay.
Sam.
I don't want to follow that.
Semantics.
Yeah, semantics. Follow us. Go to semanticspodcast.com. We're supposed to have You Heard About This one come out this weekend. We'll see because Derek got the COVID. So we'll see if we might Zoom it or something.
COVID.
Second time or third time? We had Tiffany
First.
on.
It's his first time
First.
ever. Yeah, first time ever.
Man.
Yeah. So we'll see. We might record it over Zoom or we might have a late release. But follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/semanticsmedia. Travis got his balls cut off yesterday, so he's going to be playing a lot of video games. So follow us on Twitch.
What's he got to wear something down? Do they put a bandage?
You know they actually make vasectomy underwear for men. So it has a patch that you can slip it's perfectly fitted for a ice pack that's the size.
Shit, I'm going to start wearing that now just to keep me cool in the studio. Put an ice pack in there, keep my balls cool.
It is. It's hot out there.
Or just piss my pants in.
How old is he?
34.
Oh, okay. He always get it reversed if you want. He's no kids ever, right?
No.
Yeah, they all have
team no kids.
They're team no kids.
Yeah. Now.
Oh, are you sad about
now
it?
And forever.
Now and forever.
Are you feeling it? You want a kid?
No, I'm going the opposite. I wanted tons of kids, and now I'm thinking about maybe one, but that's it.
Yeah.
I'm went the opposite way, but yeah. People go up and down, don't they? Like
sometimes change. People change. People are like elevators.
Some people
Some
do.
can take you up,
People
others
don't.
can take you down.
Yeah. I like it. Never change. Just
stay the course.
Yeah. All right. Anybody who wants to be invited to our beach party, sign up to become a BDM. You'll get an invite. You and a guest will be allowed to come. We got tons of giveaways. We're doing pictures. We're doing drink specials. We're trying
to get a sand sculptor, but apparently they don't like the quality of the sand at the area we're at. Like, seriously.
I feel like someone sculpted touching tips one time. It was awesome. That was just a BDM that did that?
Was. Yeah,
I think that was just a listener.
That was awesome.
So then I started
we'll pay that listener to come. Whoever did that, I'll pay you.
I don't remember who
So
did
this
it.
is what I was thinking. We were going to do a sand sculptor because I wanted one to come out. Back in the day at Volusia Mall, this is the story I told. They'd come out and they'd do these sand sculptors in the mall. And it'd be the fucking most amazing thing I've ever seen as a kid, right? But like apparently we've talked to two, or Tony's talked to two sand sculptors, and they said, well, the quality of the beach you're at, the sand, we don't like sculpting it. And I'm like, what the I didn't know they were that serious. I thought like you just do your best.
And by the way, I don't like anything I do for money. I do.
That's correct.
Whatever I'm getting
it's
paid
a fucking
for,
job, you stupid sand sculptor.
I don't want to do. But they give me money and I do it.
Yeah,
That's how
get up there and sculpt some sand. I want a mermaid with big tits, you idiot. God damn.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
why is it so hard? Everybody's so uppity these days. So anyway, so
now...
When
you show up at Chick-fil-A, you don't want to be there.
I want to be part of the sculpture, like have half my body in, out, like here, and have a merman
That's
body.
actually a very good idea with a big Tommy Lee.
I'll sit there for 2 hours.
So here's what I
Too long.
want. Should we do a contest for the people that get there if they want to sculpt and then just
That's
do like
actually a good idea.
$100 ABC gift card or some shit? Because I'm done fucking around these stupid sand sculptors are taking it so seriously.
But no one will do it. It's just like the rat tail challenge.
Yeah. Don't talk about it.
Like
you said you weren't going to bring it up. You've been thinking about it all that time. You've been thinking about
But
it.
I'll show up and then Mike B's like, I put a sand pail on one tower.
I'll kick it over. I'll kick it over and
We have
stop
to
it.
give him on.
He can for sure make a mustache, right?
Well, but they're not going to do it good. I want a really well done.
Somebody do the Tommy Lee Ding Dong.
Yeah,
it's too hard.
A big giant ding dong.
Anyway, sign up.
No, it was actually soft.
To be a BDM.
Yeah. Sign up to be a BDM. Also, book Air T&D to get our Airbnb. And I'm going to be, don't sleep on the Josh Wolf interview. Super funny.
Yes, go see him at the Improv.
He was in studio, by the way. So I know a lot of you guys don't like the interviews because they're on Zoom. Yeah, I don't like them either.
There's an old school hour in studio good talk.
And I'm going to go see him Saturday night, late show. Other BDMs are getting tables. There are a lot of people going out there. Come on out. I'm going to be out there. Josh is expecting us. And he says
he
that
said he's taking 100 milligrams Saturday night before his last set, so go see him.
Yeah, so Saturday night is the one. He's lighting the
Also,
fuse.
Hourglass Brewing is celebrating their 10-year anniversary this weekend at both locations.
Yeah, go check them out. Go out there, and we've got some BDM art that will be on display that you can buy, and always drink the delicious Hourglass beers. There's so much to squeeze in here. I'm trying to think of everything.
All our merch, the merch special, the DOP kit, there'll be extra stuff
DOP
inside
kit
the
is
DOP
on
kit.
sale.
We only got like 7 more, so it's not like a lot.
They're really good, though. They're great little, it's a nice little beach bag to put your keys and stuff.
Yeah, Tom and Dan Dreaming logo, completely supplemented the whole thing. Check it out at tomanddan.com. All right, guys, we'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
Hold it, fellas. Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.